Hey everyone, you are now listening to episode 17 of True to Size.
What is going on, family? My name is Alan Martinez, and I am joined by my brothers Alvin Martinez, Lawrence Hopkins.
What up?
Unfortunately, biggest bro Joel Hernandez could not make it tonight. He's busy being basketball dad. Yeah. You are listening to the 17th episode of True to Size, and today we are joined by a reseller. not just any reseller, but the man. This is the guy that's behind the infamous photo of the pile of Tokyo 5s. He's one of our favorite resellers.
Mr. Steal Your $11.
He resells with the community in mind. You know him as the founder of Netmagnetism. Thank you for graciously opening your doors to us tonight.
No problem.
Before we dig into his deep, dark past of an origin story, it's probably not that dark. I hope not. We'll find out. We'll find out all together because I have no idea. We have a full stack in This Week in Kicks. On today's episode, we run through the Quai 54 threes. Is that how you pronounce it? Quai? K?
Quai?
I want to say K.
K.
The Have a Nike Day pack set for 2019. The Air Max Deluxe and the Sacai X9 Nike. Wow. Collab. And as much as I want to skim over it and not really talk about it, we gotta talk about the JTHs and what's in store for my July. But first, Lawrence is already laughing at me. Fuck that. But first, the fire round. This comes from little sister Alyssa Joyce.
Hey.
Her question goes like this. What is our go-to shoes that each of us personally suggest for someone who isn't looking to buy a bunch of just everyday shoes and stuff? Just getting the right shoe for the right activity. She gives us basically a list of activities, and we need to give her what we think is our essential recommendation for that one.
For that specific activity.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Already have it.
First one.
Black cement threes.
Yeah. I was gonna say that too. I use it for everything, bro. The gym, fucking everything. Okay, go ahead. List.
Netmag's about to come in. No, Air Max. Okay, first, exercise or weightlifting shoe.
Black cement 3. Go ahead.
Weightlifting.
Yeah.
Who works out here?
I'm raising my hand. Alvin and I. Okay, so
I don't know what that is.
We can answer this. Alvin, what do you work out in?
Black cement 3. I don't do cardio, so I just lift. So
to get more technical with it, I use the Metcon and the Romaleo. The Metcon is designed for CrossFit, and the Romaleo is designed specifically for weightlifting in mind. So those are cool. But I've seen a lot of people work out literally in Chuck's Vans, and basketball shoes work because they're flat as shit. You don't want to be lifting above your head or with your back or with your legs with a shoe with massive arch and like a running shoe that'll push you on either side. That's my retail side coming out. I'll let you guys answer this one. The date night / night out.
Oh, I have another answer then.
My new dress shoe since last year has been the Air Jordan 2 Deconstruct in triple black.
Triple black.
Triple black Air Jordan 2 Deconstruct.
The deconstructs are clean.
Yeah, it looks like a dress shoe toe, so I just use it as a dress shoe.
Oh, it's kind of got that mock.
That's my my nice guy shoe.
Saw them at the outlet.
Yeah, everything's at the outlet.
The off-white,
Reach the outlet.
The cream pair.
cream color.
Yeah.
They actually kind of remind me of the Just Done.
Those ones, the beach. Yeah,
for sure.
I saw those at Von Mills today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Netmag, what would your night out be? On your feet.
Honestly, I rarely go out now.
Okay, so
Slides.
So that makes this
Socks
even
and
a
slides.
more special answer. When you do go out, what are you rocking?
I don't know. Like for me,
Gucci.
actually, no.
I'm joking, guys.
I'm not
Netmag
a
is
fan
nothing
of,
like that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of like fashion type of shoes.
All the high fashion stuff.
To me, like it's just pure white shoes. Like
Nice.
Like if you see my rotation now, it's like pure white 4s, platinums, and then what is it? The Fly knits. And,
Simple and sweet.
And the acronyms, the AF100s.
I take back simple.
Those are
and
nice.
sweet.
Yes.
Yes.
I take back simple and sweet.
All right.
Super. Alvin, what was your answer for that?
I can't answer after that. Sorry.
Okay,
No,
there's no point.
Right now, to go out and go to the gym, old school Vans, black and white.
Okay, next category. We all play it. This will be really fast. Basketball shoes. Alvin, your favorite. What to play basketball in? Your favorite shoe. Go.
Kobe 8.
Lawrence, go.
Kobe 9.
Kobe 8.
Hey, oh yeah,
Kobe 9.
Versatility at its finest.
That was awesome. Okay. Speaking of versatility, her last category is everyday shoe / versatile.
Versa-utility.
What about what's your answer, guys?
I'm going to try and not say Black Cement 3s, so I'm going to say currently sale ones.
Ooh, clean. All of NetMag's choices in the night out one was a pretty good answer for that too.
Shit. Go on. Let me think about that.
I'm gonna answer this one with what's by my door already because they're just like the go-to. This is like the everyday shoe, right? That's the definition of what's by your door. You just throw it on whenever you need to head out. And those are my Flyknit Air Max 90s, the infrared colorway, and the Ultra Air Max 97s, the silver butt color bullet.
Silver butt.
Silver bullet colorway.
Can you use it in a sentence?
I can give you the origin. Alvin?
In that case, stuff that's by my door right now, it's those footscapes that I bought at the outlet.
Oh, yeah.
You and your footscapes.
What's by your door, aside from 1,000% crusty bear brick?
It's the same pair.
Same stuff? Yeah.
Just mentioned all the white shoes. I'm actually waiting to rock the Rockefeller ones. Like for me, I can't rock it like when they first release.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I want to wait a bit so that
it's one of those shoes.
One of those shoes where it's like you just bring it out after a year.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, yeah.
Those exist.
Yeah.
Why are yours still so white?
Before we move on to This Week in Kicks, I just want to paint you guys a picture of what room we're sitting in right now. We are surrounded by 1,000%? Bear bricks. Q Brick is the brand.
Metacom.
Metacom is the brand. Bear bricks is
The name.
I don't even want to say toy.
Yeah.
But fuck it, we all collect toys.
The statue.
And it's freaking, I'm geeking out.
For anyone who doesn't know Netmag, can you tell them what 1,000% bear brick is?
That's a good idea.
I think it's just more of like a model where, like, originally it was more for a toy, I guess a collectible. And then the very first collab, like kind of first line, actually was done by Cause.
Oh, cool.
So, but back then no one knew who Cause was. And so it started from there, and then they started having different artists like doing their designs on them, and then kind of went from there, and then it kind of went mainstream, and then now it's like blown up.
And what would you say they are? 2.5, 3 feet tall?
I think there's like 70 centimeters to be exact.
Okay, so I don't know what that is.
They're a child.
Yeah, it's a toddler size.
It's kind of toddler size.
They're vinyl toys, and some of them have the dopest designs. All of them have the dopest.
Have you counted how many are lining the walls here? Do we know?
I don't know.
It's above 20 for sure. We'll say between 20 and 30.
All right.
Maybe above 30.
All right. Before my mouth continues to salivate and ruin all the podcast equipment, let's move on to This Week in Kicks. We're going to start off with a pack that I'm very excited about, and it's Alvin's pick this week, the Have a Nike Day pack.
Yeah.
It's for Air Max Day next year.
Oh, is it?
Supposedly.
cool.
It might change. Who knows? They might bring out some other stupid pair that I can't get. But yeah, man, it's gorgeous. I love the aqua-ish colorway on it. The 97 is probably my favorite out of the 3 that they've shown so far.
Mine too.
But the quality, I mean, obviously looks good, but you can never tell until you actually get the shoe in hand.
What are the other 2?
The Air Max 1 and the Air Max 95?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, but just the color blocking on the 97 right now is my favorite. It's got like a purple, green, gray, and some black, and it's just really sexy.
And they all come with that smiley face Dubray.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Did you just burp?
It was the Have a Nike Day promo thing Sean Witherspoon, or was it another thing before that?
I read somewhere it was from before that, but
And
Sean
he just brought
it back.
Got it.
Which makes sense.
That's what I was wondering, because I was wondering if maybe next year's is also a Sean collab. I don't know if they would steal his thing, but if it was another, Okay, got it.
I think there is a second one coming.
I think so too.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Insider info.
Let's not
This
play.
just in.
Netmag knows what's coming next year. Speaking of what's coming next, keeping on top of Air Maxes. You love my segues, eh, Lawrence?
Keeping on top of.
Joel's pick, even though he's not present, he's with us in spirit and this podcast outline. His pick is the Air Max Deluxe, returning next month, I believe. They originally released in 1999. They do have the same outsole as the 97. So it's like after the 97, they just wanted to update the upper.
That's what they did with the 98 too.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah. They got lazy. This is nice.
All right, we've hit the max. This is all
The
we can
max,
do.
eh?
Oh, yeah, you see what I did there? Thanks, Lawrence. Neoprene upper. I am personally not feeling these too much. I know Joel loves them. Yeah.
I
don't know.
can't do it. It's
Me
mid cut,
neither.
no?
I don't think so.
It looks higher though.
Maybe a bit higher. I don't know.
I can't do it.
Netmag, you were around when these originally dropped. Were you already into the game deep with
No.
1999?
No.
Okay,
Well,
cool.
I was more 2002.
Ooh, shortly after.
Shortly after.
We're going to learn more about that in a little bit. So stay tuned. Sacai x Nike collab. Wow. I'm off. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Sacai? Sacai?
Sacai.
All right.
Sacai.
These are weird. At first glance, I was like somewhat immediately bothered by it just because it looked like super odd with,
think that's the point.
especially the low with like the wedge coming out of the thing. But then I noticed that the shoe had almost two of everything. The low cut runner silhouette and the blazer silhouette. And then I noticed that, the blazer had two tongues. I was like, something's going on in there. And so I had to do some research. And then I started falling in love with the concept, and I actually want the blazer. So what it looked like to me at first was like a portrayal of movement. So it was like one straight shoe combined with a shoe that was already in step. And then it was like kind of fused that way. Like if you were to take two pictures together, put them on top, and just design a shoe in that sense with the exact shape and where the panels are and stuff like that. That's what I saw. And then I learned that it was two different silhouettes combined into one. So there's two silhouettes. One pair is a combination of the Waffle Daybreak and an LDV. The next one is the blazer and a dunk.
Oh shit.
Did you guys see the dunk?
No.
In the,
No idea.
cause all I saw was blazers.
Blazer, very blazery.
But then if you look at the eye stays, you can see the dunk collar coming up. The blazer collar. The only thing that I don't like about that blazer dunk combination is that the midsole is just all blazer.
Yeah, that's why it looks
and
like
the
a
toe
blazer.
box is all blazer, so
Yeah.
you don't really get much of the dunk, which kind of sucks. I don't think I'll cop, but it's still such a dope concept.
Very cool. That double tongue had me when I saw that. I was like,
bro.
holy crap.
And it's like the OG, like uncut, unsewn,
Yeah, the foam
raw.
sitting out. Yeah.
It's sick.
Yeah, very cool. They're doing a lot of fusions. Now that you say that's another fusion, like they love their fusions
The
now.
hybrids. It's what's killing it for Nike right now, in a good way. In a good way. I mean, some people are
For
getting
now.
sick of it, but
Yeah. As long as they don't overdo it.
yeah.
Yeah.
In
Son
a
of Mars.
Son of Mars. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Not like that. Not like that. Please not like that. We're now going to move on to the K54 Jordan 3s. This is Lawrence's pick. Dog.
So sick. Like the Quai Kai Key, whatever it is, has been like crazy.
Q54. Let's go with that.
QUAI 54. I'm sure our French friends will tell us how to pronounce it after this publishes. Have always been really cool. Like the first one that I can remember, I don't know if it was the first one or not, was the 5s, the white and lime green 5s, which were like crazy. I don't know what that year was, maybe 2012, 2013. But since then, it's been like nuts ever since. And they've always been super hard to get. Up until last year when the ones came out and like it seemed like every Foot Locker got them.
Yeah.
But apparently these are going to be Europe only again.
Damn.
Of course, right? The one that I want. It's like, no, back to Europe for you.
Heartbroken.
Yeah, man. I don't know. These are crazy. Like I love bright colors. I love 3s. Like
Did you take in the icy outsole?
all of it, man. Like the upper looks like like a new buck almost
Yeah.
too. Like, I don't know.
So
It's just
buttery.
And on the heel, I love when they change like things you never think they would change. They put the Quai 54 logo in place of the Jumpman on the heel tab, like,
And the tongue.
and the tongue. Yeah. Like that's just one of those things that they don't do often. So when they do it, it's like they knock it out of the park. It's crazy.
Branding is fire. Absolute fire.
But wait, question for you guys.
Yes.
So someone I put on my story, does anyone have a proxy for these? Like, can anyone help me out? Someone replied, and I'm in talks with this guy. He has 0 posts, follows like 1,000 people, has like 200 followers, is like, yo, I can help you out for like nothing. I'm just looking for somebody who can help me out on stuff like when it drops on your side of the pond.
Oh shit.
So it was like 170 pounds plus like $30 shipping, 30 pounds shipping. So it comes out to like 300 Canadian. So basically retail here.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I don't know, man.
PayPal invoice.
Invoice always, right? Yeah.
That's the safest way to go.
And then he was like, I don't have
Netmagnetism.
PayPal, but my sister has PayPal. Like that just sounds like screaming, like the alarms are like,
That's already, that's like your spidey
yeah.
sense, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah.
How can you offer stuff like that and not be ready with PayPal?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's
But he's not
already-
even charging anything. Like he just sounds goodness of heart, out of his
okay.
heart.
But
like,
if he's taking your money, like $300
yeah, exactly.
Canadian, like,
100, yeah.
But how do you know he's going to guarantee a pair? Though?
That's the thing, yeah.
So
but I know a lot of stuff sits over there, but still.
Then you
true.
get
Just
it
talk
when it-
to-
after it releases.
I mean,
That's true, too.
especially Jordans.
Yeah.
talk to Ash Bash.
Yeah, anybody over the pond who isn't like weird and has a like an actual following and exists
That'll help him.
and will actually give me your first and last name and your PayPal and wants to make
Yeah.
a deal, I'll pay you for your services, please.
Not your
Send
sister's
Yeah, any of y'all.
Send doobies in your
Yeah, true story.
Yeah.
or your uncle's PayPal.
Yeah, any of y'all who can help me out. I just want a pair. They're sick.
Slide into the DM, bro.
Yeah, I might have to do it.
All right,
Next
time-
next weekend is when they drop.
Yeah.
Yes.
July 7th. Done. Okay, next.
Yep.
Done.
Yep. Time for another horrible segue. Keeping it 300. I'm gonna aim to shake all the heads. In the
We are now accepting resumes.
Onto the JTHs. This week we were treated to some official-ish looks.
If it's from JT, it's
pretty
official.
official.
Yeah.
The bio beige colorway with the higher branding. For those who don't know,
Man.
higher is the name of the track.
That it's based on.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
On his album, Man of the Woods. It's like embossed.
Yeah, it's instead of Nike, it says higher.
And remember 2 episodes ago when I said packaging was the factor for me? My God, I don't know
That
why.
camo
Yeah.
box with the Man in the Woods
Bro,
branding too.
Yeah, right at the very front. Our homie Jay Weidman asked, why the special box now?
Yeah, for real.
My idea was my answer that I came up with was that maybe the OG, like the first colorway, was a rush.
It definitely was. The way it dropped and everything,
yeah,
it probably, like,
for
it's like
sure.
a hyper strike.
So they didn't really have much time for that production level.
Mm-hmm.
I also think maybe it ties in more with the white cement OG colorway. And then the higher version, which is all Man of the Woods branding and style and colorway and like entirely brand new. Maybe that's
him.
why. Yeah, exactly.
But
maybe.
did you notice the video today?
Yeah, he has 3
It's
pairs.
all, no, it's 3 different. They're all different.
Get the fuck out.
You didn't look at it
I
close
didn't
enough,
notice
bruv.
that.
It's all 3 from the original picture from his pop-up. It's all 3 different ones.
Oh, no.
It's the brown with the white cement branding. It's the darker brown with the brown elephant, and then it's the light brown with the brown elephant. So I don't even know which one's coming out now.
Oh my God.
And they all have that box.
Watch them be regional specific.
They can't release all 3, man. I'm gonna die. Like they can't.
That's what I was
They
thinking.
can't. Yeah, they
That's
can't
gonna
release all 3. I
totally-
want it to be all 3, but I need it to be 1.
Oh, that's gonna axe what I'm about
So
to
which
say.
one would you prefer out of the
Oh,
3?
good question.
The one with the actual cement. Or the elephant, sorry.
Like
the one with the
gray-
actual, with the gray
Yeah, the
elephant.
gray-
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Because
Me
gray
too.
elephant is gray elephant there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
100%.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just looks good.
Yeah.
It's just so clean. Okay. So I'm going to make it official with the exception of the JTHs and maybe PlayStation Air Force Ones that are probably not going to come out in the month of July. I am going to cop nothing
Else.
else. So I will have a no cop July with the exception.
Of 5 pairs of JTHs.
It totally negates the reason why I'm doing no cop July.
Saving your money for all the
Yeah,
JTHs.
JTH, please don't do this to me. I also want to say thank you to Mr. KT and I am Jonathan Kim for listening to me the first time around and for the support. Thank you. I love you. It's almost time to dive into Netmag's story, but we have some announcements to make. First, I wanted to plug the Homie Flippin' Laces event. That's going to be a lot of fun, I think, and it's going to be Netmag. Are you going?
Yeah, he's going. Yeah, he's on the flyer,
Oh,
bro.
that's right. He's a guest.
Yeah.
He's on that.
Actually, no. He told me you guys were doing it. And then I thought you guys were doing it, so I'll do it. But I mean, it was one of the more suitable events that, like,
for sure.
For me, because
For sure.
I didn't really want, like, I didn't do SneakerCon. I did one Soul Exchange.
Yeah.
But the crowd wasn't really for me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
this event was more for, like,
more mature crowd, I think.
mature crowd,
It's
which is
for just kicking it.
exactly, yeah. So that's why I agreed to it.
I didn't lie to you.
You led me in there.
We're going.
You're going to be there?
You're going.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's not gonna be there.
Lawrence is going to be at
Gonna be in a
Disney
different
World.
country. Yeah.
If you don't know who Christian, aka Flippin' Laces, is, he was on the podcast on episode 11 with Suji Cyphersons. That was one of our favorite episodes to record. So tune into that if you want to learn more about him. But yeah, his event is called Just Kickin' It. Hence why I said it, but like 30 seconds ago. It's on Saturday, August 18. It runs from 12 to 6 p.m. It is free admission, people.
Wait, what?
You heard me, Lawrence.
Really?
Free 99.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He took the words out of my mouth.
That's sick.
It's going to be free.
$3.99.
There's tons of guests. Like if you look at the flyer on the right side, there's that list of just dope people that are coming down for the event. It's going to be a spot to buy, sell, trade, and connect with just people who are like-minded and just want to kick it. DM Flippin' Laces if you want some more info.
The main draw. It's outside.
Yes.
So cool.
Covered. You're covered though. So
Yeah,
you're-
it's a covered
So
outside
if you're one
thing.
of those heads that's like, oh, the rain.
My stuff's gonna touch the sun.
Yeah, like put it in a bag, walk to the event with flip flops on or something, and then just switch out. It's cool. Now I'm gonna kick it off to Lawrence. We have a giveaway prize announcement to do.
So the Groovy Shoes giveaway is now officially closed. Well, by the time you're listening to it, it's been closed for time. But now, as of right now, when we're saying this, it's officially closed. We got a really good response, over 200 entries total between all the accounts, between us and Groovy Shoes. Don't be one of those guys who just unfollows after.
Please.
Don't unfollow Groovy Shoes. Very cool store. Been around for, what did we say, 30 years or something?
30-ish,
35 years or something?
Gee.
Crazy. Like, they've been a Queen Street staple for time. Like, I went there in high school, like, to find all the crazy colored Chucks and Adidas. Like, it was a crazy store. So thank you to them. Thank you to everybody who entered. The way we're going to run the giveaway is via random picker.
Real quick.
Not
for those-
actually random picker, not the Netmag staple random picker, the cheap random picker.
Real quick, for those who don't know, we are giving away a pair of the
Yes.
Converse X Tyler the Creator 1-star collaboration in the pink and orange colorway.
Yes. So how I set this up is I copy and pasted every single caption from all the posts,
That took
pasted
some
them into a
time.
Word doc and numbered all of them. But as I was doing that, I was randomizing them. So that list has already been randomized. And then when we do random, I'm going to pick a random number through a Google generator. And that's also going to be a random number, obviously. So it's double random. So no one can say this is fucking rigged. Netmag, the god of legit raffles, is beside me.
He has
a
apps that
legit checker
randomize
for
things
Yeah.
for him.
So I'm going to do it like literally right now. So I have the generator open. I'm going to click generate. Let me refresh the page and everything. Refresh the page. Generate. Okay. The number is 5. Wow. That's really anticlimactic.
Jalen Rose.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God. At El Doggy Styles. Congrats. You won.
You're such a fraud.
The winner,
You're such a fraud.
PJCH_art.
Sick. Congrats.
Size 10 from Winnipeg.
Winnipeg.
Very cool. So as long as you're following us and Groovy Shoes, which we'll check after, you can expect a DM from us. Yeah. Expect a DM from us, and congrats. Thank you to everyone again for entering.
Yes.
Yeah.
And thank you, Groovy Shoes, for hitting us up to run this
Yes.
giveaway.
Yeah, it was their idea.
We hope that this is a beginning of a new, strong relationship. Real quick, I'm just going to keep delaying Netmag's interview. Lawrence, you got to go see Uncle Drew. How was it?
It was sick. It was, first of all, really random. I didn't even know Ugly Duckling, like, existed still. Yeah, I know that they have that little space in the bay, or had, or have. I don't know if it's still there. But for those who don't know, Ugly Duckling was a sneaker boutique that was around for the longest time, on Yonge Street, like right at Yonge and Dundas, right near where the Jordan store currently is, and just closed their doors, I think last year or a year and a half ago, maybe. Hit me up in my DM, like my personal account, and was like, yo, or not yo, it was professional. I'm just going to say it. Not professional. Yo, there's a premiere of Uncle Drew next week on Monday. We'd love if you could come by. And I was like, cool. Like I was going to pay to see this movie. So sure, I'll save my $10, take Bay out for a date night and everything and just make it free. So showed up, and then a couple homies were also there. So Jonathan, Kim, and Shango also were there. Also Phil and Anna and Miguel were there. But really good movie, actually. Like it's kind of what you would expect. Like the storyline is very loose.
Yeah.
It's not like the strongest like plot or like character development. Like I didn't cry or feel sad for anybody.
It's no Coach Carter.
It's none of that. Yeah. But yeah, it was really good. Like if you're an NBA fan or a basketball fan, then you'll love it. Like it's goofy and silly, but like you just go there and not expect anything, and you're like, huh, that's it. Like it's funny. Yeah. Shaq is hilarious in that movie. Shaq's funny as a person though.
So well thought out interview, Lawrence.
Thanks,
you.
man.
Alvin, Lawrence, I have a question for you. Can you name someone who gives away grails basically for free?
Canada Soul.
At
We just gave away some chucks.
something about magnetism.
Okay, first, I will say Netmag, I'm sorry for the false advertising. He doesn't give away grails for free, so don't believe that.
He's Mr. Steal Your $11.
Mr. Steal Your $11.
US dollar.
US $11.
I think it comes up to $13, $14.
AKA Mr.
Canadian.
Bear Brick. AKA Mr. Tokyo 20, Tokyo 5.
What he does give away is a chance to purchase a pair of highly coveted pairs for less than $20 Canadian.
Yes.
Now, before all of this, before Netmagnetism, there was a young boy. I don't know why, but I want to ask you where you grew up.
Me?
Yeah, where did you grow up?
Scarborough.
Oh, jeez.
He's a hood man.
What's your ethnicity? I've always been wondering.
Chinese.
Okay.
So to be more specific, like
Yeah.
Cantonese, Hong Kong.
Okay,
True.
okay. So what started it all for you? What was your biggest influence? What shoe like pulled you in?
Probably the Dunks from 02. First
From
line
02?
read.
Score.
Supreme year. That's Supreme year, no?
Yeah, like Supreme, like the Forbes, all the, well, that was like the first line, the Zoo Yorks. And then like when they first released, I was like poor as fuck. So like, couldn't afford them. eBay was just starting and like kind of like they're nice, but you can't get them. Like you think now is bad? Back then was bad.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So,
Really?
and then back then when eBay was just starting and then like you saw it, but you can't get it. They're like $500. Like $500 back then is like equivalent to like
Oh, yeah.
$2,000
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absurd.
And as a kid, you're like, oh, I'm never going to get it.
Yeah.
And then the Heinekens roll around. Like Tiffany's, Heinekens, the Wheat Bisons.
How old were you around this time?
I was in high school, probably like grade 10.
No job.
10. I had a job,
Oh,
but
nice.
not in sneakers.
Yeah.
Actually, I was listening to your episodes last. So you guys are talking about like working in a sneaker store,
Yeah.
right? Like Foot Locker. I actually wanted to work in Foot
Oh,
Locker,
true.
but never got a job there
Yeah.
because I wasn't cool enough.
Yo, there's
That
stores,
wasn't
man.
cool enough.
When I was like, I didn't get that Foot Locker job till I like graduated, like high school,
yeah, so
because they're jerks.
I definitely got hired just for diversity. So like, I got hired. I had like shoulder length hair. I showed up in like skate shoes to my interview. Like I didn't even own any Nike. Like,
Guys, we have all the gangsters. We need a white boy.
they just they just had their diversity training and they were like, "Okay, we need a white guy." And then they were like, "Sure, this guy just walked up." Sure.
So it's definitely been a while since you've been in the game. How long and like collectively have you been doing this for? Not the reselling portion, but the sneaker loving portion.
sneakers, I think probably I stopped about when I went to university.
Okay, so you took a break.
I took a break. That was like about 04, 05. Cause I think at that time sneakers were kind of like going
Falling off
down,
a bit, yeah.
falling downhill. I think that was like right after the Tiffany Dunks. And then I stopped following cause like they were just very like Dunks they were coming up were like just, it's like very sloppy.
Yeah.
And then I needed money for school. So like got to sell all the shoes. So that's how I ended up.
So then now how long have you been reselling for?
Reselling probably 4 or 5 years now. 5 years in September.
Oh.
Yeah.
So not that long. Not as long as I expected it, with considering like the type of success, quote unquote, that you've been getting. All right. So I did some digging around.
Okay.
In your first
You got
blog
some skeletons in your closet
Yeah.
there, bud.
in your first in your first blog post on what's your blog URL again?
It's just
blog.netmagnetism.com. In your first blog post, you mentioned how you've been reselling since your teenage years. Is that where it all started for you?
Yep. So when the Heinekens came around, like I had shoes, but like they weren't like crazy shoes. Like the Heinekens came up, and then they were like, I think like $300-400 US dollars, obviously. And then like obviously as a kid, your $300-400 is not that easy to come by.
Yes.
So I had to sell off some shoes to buy that. And I'm sure everyone's aware of that process and had to live through that. And like you had to sell stuff that you don't really want to sell, but you got to do it for that shoe. So I got those, and then prices kind of went up, and I was like, oh man, I don't know if I really want to wear these.
Yeah.
So like they were pristine.
Yeah.
And then I ended up selling them because I wore them a few times, kept them nice and clean. Like literally, they still look like dead stock when I sold them. And then at that time, I realized, hey, like I can wear a shoe like for 2-3 years and sell it for more. So like,
Wait a
where do you
second.
find a deal like that, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, and so, but
A big bag of money just fell out of Alvin's pocket. Like gold coins. What are you doing with
pennies.
like
They're pennies.
100 gold coins?
Trying to buy a bear brick.
His doubloon. All right. So we got the reasons why you were reselling as a teen. It was to acquire new kicks. At what point did you realize, holy shit, this can become something?
I didn't realize that till 5 years ago from today. So that's
Like this is the anniversary, like of today. Like
no September.
oh, September. Okay.
It was like kind of the. It's not really an official date, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
kind of when I started feeling, hey, like maybe I should keep track of what I'm buying and what I'm selling. But that was actually at a point where I started working, and like I had some extra money, and I just wanted to buy back all the shoes that I sold. And then
That's so cute.
True.
so I actually bought back every single pair that I wanted. Like I bought back the
Nice.
Heinekens, Tiffany's, Supreme Dunks,
Sick.
Supas, like all in one shot.
At once?
Yep, all in once.
Oh my.
Who is this magician? Who is this nice
those
man?
pairs of
Who did you go to? Gandalf?
No, actually, you bought the post, right? The PDF, right?
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
So that's actually where I found all
That
of
plug.
them. Yes.
We're going to talk about that later. We're going to talk about that later.
Oh, okay.
So actually, because I saw them there, and I'm like, wow, this is cheap, right? Like I literally got all of them for literally 30% off what people were selling.
Gee, Buzz.
So and I picked
That's
up,
a Nike employee discount.
but I purposely bought everything in my size. Like I wasn't planning on reselling it, but
Yeah.
I bought everything in my size so I can kind of wear and just get back stuff that I once had, right? So, and then it got to a point where I had 5 pairs, and then it was like, when am I ever going to wear this, right? Again. That dilemma came up because like I was working, and like honestly Monday to Friday was dress shoes, and Saturday, Sunday was like
Sleeping.
sort of. And you have like 2 days to rock. Yeah, I couldn't do it. And then I'm like, okay, I'll just sell off my very first shoe I sold off was the Tiffany's.
Oh.
So just to be clear, I bought it for $400 and I sold it for $600.
So it already
Wow.
started there.
Yep. That's how it started. And then I'm just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try selling these and just rebuy it back, right? And that's what I did. And then I just went back and looked for more, and then I found deals. Like initially, the first couple months, I was just buying stuff my size because I was worried, like, okay, if I can't sell it, I'll just keep it and wear it myself. And then kind of started from there. And then I'm like, okay, maybe I should look for something that's not my size. And then that's kind of snowballed, and then
So this literally started off just by selling a pair of shoes and going, huh?
Oh, money.
Where did this come from? Can you drop your bag again?
Bag of money.
Wait for it.
For the record, those are my car keys. I don't walk around with a
Bugatti
bag
keys.
of money.
We're actually such
I drive it
losers for
around.
that. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Before we continue,
Yeah,
have
go
you
for
ever
it.
told this story?
I
Like,
actually
publicly?
have not. Like to my friends,
Yes,
close friends.
exclusive.
Yeah.
Like just to your friends, but
Close
not like
friends.
publicly kind of
But-
thing.
Exclusive.
Really, all my friends were like,
So
"What the fuck are Heinekens?"
Yeah. So you just had no
you
one
bought
to-
a 6-pack and sold it for $700?
I'm going to the beer store right now.
Literally, they were like, "What kind of shoe is worth $700? Like, who would pay that money?"
So you just had
It's
you had no one
I had no sneaker
to tell
like,
it to.
like because I was out of it for so long. All my friends that were into sneakers were like they don't care about sneakers anymore, and literally, I tell anyone, they're like, "Cool,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Good for
When
you.
you just want to tell somebody, you're like, guess what I just did? And they're like, oh, that's cool. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
anyways.
Well, I mean, like looking back, if you really think about it, like it kind of really motivates me. Like I think back then when I sold my Heineken the first time, I told my mom, hey, look, I sold my shoes for, I wore them, I bought them for 300, I wore them, and then I'm selling them for 500. Look how crazy this is, right? And she's like, stay in school.
Asian parents at their
That's
finest.
typical, like, you know.
Only $300 profit?
Yeah.
That's not on A+. Okay, before we move on to more of your story further down, I want to know when you started collecting your toys and your collectibles that aren't shoes.
That was going to be my question. Was it toys first? Or like, was it the geeky side first? Or was it sneakers and streetwear first?
It was definitely shoes first. I started in 02, like I said. Like, to me, before that, shoes was like, I was always a Nike head, but
Yeah.
like, it wasn't like, oh, it's a Jordan or it's a Nike. Like, it's not like today where you see on Instagram, it's like, oh, I want that shoe. It was literally walking into Foot Locker and say, oh, I like that shoe and I want to try it on. If I like it, I'm going to buy it. But usually I wait for like the discount, like
Oh, like the clear
Yeah.
price?
60%
Yeah,
off.
of
course.
But I mean, that's how it was back then. Like I would as a kid, I would just walk in and like, hey mom, I want this, right? Like before I got my first job. And then, literally it was like, oh no, this is too expensive. Like you have to settle for this.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sure we all
yeah.
experienced that before.
Yep.
And then,
Like Suji.
Now I tell myself that. Like, no, Lawrence, this is too expensive. Get this.
then you got the other
Yeah.
side. It was like,
Yeah.
get it.
Get it. It's cool.
Justin Timberlake is about to drop 3 colorways on your ass.
You need one. You need all 3.
Like it didn't really start for me until like I was on the basketball team, high school basketball team, and like every kid had like back then it was like the Allen Iverson questions and answers, and I'm just like, yo, those are like $200-$300. How do you afford this, right? And they all had like all the freshest gear. Like I don't know if you guys remember, it was like the Fat Albert kind of like.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I was like, yo, those are so expensive. How do you afford them, right? And back then I was like, okay, I just need normal basketball shoes. Like I had these like just generic black Nike basketball shoes.
shoe. Yeah.
And then when all my teammates were wearing like Questions, Jordans, and then I remember very vividly is like one of my teammates, he bought the Air Jordan 16s, all black. The patent on the front, I'm like, holy shit,
They're shiny.
those are nice. And then I really wanted the black pair, and then I went to Foot Locker. I think it was Athletes World back then, like down at STC, Starwood Town.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. for sure.
And then I was there, and I was like, oh, I wanted the black pair. Couldn't find the black pair, so I had settled with the blue pair. And it wasn't even my
Midnight
size.
Navy or whatever it is.
It wasn't even
Yeah.
my size. Like I was like probably like 9.5 back then, but I settled with the 8.5 because that was the only pair they had left. And then I bought those. Like I was struggling to play ball in them.
Yeah,
Oh,
of
for
course.
sure. Your feet were bloody after ball, bro.
But like it was just that feeling of like having good shoes to ball in. And after that was when I'm like, okay, I can't do it on the court, but I'll up you guys on something else.
There you go.
And
Yeah.
that's when the dunks came in. I remember when I first wore the Heineken dunks, like the guys were like, yo, what the hell are those? Right? Like, it was nice. Like,
Yeah.
like, they had no idea, like, what those were. They
And
had
then you
no
tell them
clue.
the story and they're like, what?
Yeah, like, honestly, no one had a clue. Like, I bought a pair of Dunks. Like, they didn't, like, you couldn't even buy a pair of Dunks in Toronto back then. Like, even the most generic. Back then, like, there was one shop which was predecessor to Capsule.
Okay.
They were called Magnum Shoes. They were at First Markham.
Okay, yeah.
So it was even before Capsule was Capsule
thing,
in
yeah.
First Markham. So I went in, they had all the Dunks, but obviously I couldn't afford it. So
Yeah.
I settled with the cheapest pair, the 3M. Like,
Nike Sportswear.
Pro
like-
B.
yeah.
Not even SB, Pro B. And then, after that, it was just,
Over.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then where did toys come in after that?
Toys
Like,
came
was it-
in, like, I knew about it in, like, last year of high school, but obviously, there was, like, internet wasn't, like, that crazy. Like, it's not like, hey, they post this, I can instantly find where it
Yeah.
is. Like, I went to Hong Kong in 04, and I saw, like, I don't know if you know Edison Chen,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
his store Clot or Juice had, like, he literally had, like, 6 of these or 4 of these displayed on his display window, and they were on, like, the second floor. And
The Bear Bricks?
the Bear Bricks, and it was on a pedestal, and then, like, I'm like, holy shit, what are those, right? And then, like, I didn't know what they were, right? But they look sick, and I wanted them, and then
So all it took was literally you seeing them and being like, damn, those are cool.
Basically.
but that's what drove me to research. Like, I tried my
love
best
that.
to find what it was. Like, back then it was not internet. You had to go on magazines. Like,
Yeah.
you had
Yeah.
to go through
Ooh.
magazines to
Yeah.
find, like, what
These
these
giant
are. Even
sculptures of bears.
So, but even back then for Kicks, that's what happened. Like, I still have all my Slam magazines. Like,
Sick.
at the last section of the magazine is, like,
All the shoe releases.
all the
Yeah.
shoe
Yeah,
releases.
man.
But, like, obviously that's dead now. But yeah, that's kind of how I got into toys. So my first one was obviously the Cause blue one. Like, I really loved,
Chompers?
the Chompers. I loved it so much. The color, just the look
It's just
of it.
badass looking.
It's so
Yeah.
badass. So I was only able to afford it in second years high school, university. That's when I had my co-op job, and
Nice.
I was like
Hey.
blowing money. Like,
I need this.
And that's when your mom was like, wait, you made money $200 and now you're buying
now
these
it's
huge statues.
of bears. They're not even realistic.
And then it just blossoms from there, I'm assuming. Like, it was just like
Well-
the collector in you was like, I need more, I need more, I need more.
exactly. Like back then, it was
The more
literally-
research you did, and
Well-
information you found.
research only got up to so far because the company itself wasn't releasing that much as if compared to today.
Yeah.
They were literally releasing 1 or 2 a year.
Oh shit. Now it's like
Now
1 or
you're
2 a
looking 1 or
month.
2 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So back then I was like, yo, when are they releasing the next one? I think they did pre-orders too back then, but I can't
Yeah.
remember exactly. But like once you saw that, I'm like, okay, I need to buy it. Like you had to, but they were more affordable back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a different story.
Crazy.
Holy crap.
Crazy. Okay. All right.
Wait, one more. Do you have a
Yeah.
favorite bear brick? 1,000%? Aside from the just chompers? Yeah, okay.
Chompers, yeah.
I knew that. I answered that already.
All right. Getting back into sneakers. 2 weeks ago, we had a guest who had lost his set of Supreme Dunks in a basement flood. This week, I want to talk to you about how you had a full set of sample Supreme SB Dunk highs. How?
Okay.
How?
You went pretty deep on my blog.
I did, and it was one headline that popped up into my head, and I'm
Yeah.
just like,
I
how
mean-
did that even happen?
Well, actually, I found 2 pairs. The seller was selling 2 pairs. I think it was the orange and the red. Mm-hmm. Also the same place I talked
That's
to you
same,
about.
yeah.
That you paid $5 for it, and I don't want to disclose.
No,
it
of
now.
course,
No,
yeah.
don't disclose that.
But so I got those 2 pairs, and then there were samples. Like I obviously like paid more than what original
Of
like
course.
a pair. Even though there was like to be honest, now I look at it, it's like there's no difference.
That doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It
but
doesn't matter.
All that matters is
The difference is the
sample
tag inside.
that
Yeah.
do not for sale.
That was,
right?
oh yeah, it was the
Not
stamped one, right?
It's the stamped one where it's like sample, not for sale.
Not for resale or whatever.
Something,
Crazy.
not for resale.
And then he resold it. So
Yep, that was
Well,
my next
that's
question.
the second part of it. But like,
Spoiler alert.
yeah,
but it was for a good cause after. But like, so I was like, okay, I have two. I know it's out there
somewhere.
but I wasn't really actively looking for it. Like, and then I think one day I was just bored. I was on eBay. I just randomly searched
Bored.
Supreme and like one of the best matches came up and it was the blue one. And then it said sample. I'm like, get the hell out of here. It's not a sample,
Just a
right?
buzzword to get people to click it.
Exactly, right? And it's clickbait. And then, but it got me clicking. And, so I checked it and I'm like, oh shoot, this is a sample. Like, this is like, and good thing is back then samples are all size 9. So
Yeah.
it's like consistent, right? And then, and it even had the box. And on the blue pair, there was actually markings on them. Like, I think it was from like the meetings.
Yeah,
where
like
it's
the salesman samples. Where
Exactly,
they're like,
where they're signing on the shoe, where like, but it's very faint, but you can see it. Like that
nuts.
that was invisible on the first two pairs. So I'm like, okay, I have to pick this up, right?
Yeah.
Like I tried to bargain him down, but like he wasn't budging. But like, you know what? Like,
understandably.
but I think I relatively I got the other two pairs for relatively decent. So I'm just like, okay, if I average out
For
kind
the
of
whole pack,
the
it
whole
was
pack,
worth it.
it's
Yeah.
worth, like if you have 3 pairs together, it's worth more than
Crazy.
just the 2 pairs.
Yeah.
So regardless, I had to pick them up. And that was like kind of when I first started too. And I wasn't like crazy money too. Like it was a lot of money to drop on one shoe. Like, and that doesn't guarantee like
The value of it.
money back. Like
Yeah.
back then, like you have to think from a business standpoint.
Of course,
like,
yeah.
But back then it was like kind of like, okay, I have to do it.
Yeah, you
So
had
I
no
bought
choice.
it. I had it. And then I'm like, okay, it's great to have it, but from a business standpoint, like what is it doing for you? Right.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, our mindset might be slightly different. Your mindset might be like, I want to wear those.
So at this point, you were already thinking the whole business mindset. You were already in that. Let's make some fucking money.
Well, not entirely. Like, I obviously want to have certain grails, like,
Yeah.
like it, because that defines you as a reseller, right? Like having certain shoes that people don't have is what gives you character as a
True
reseller.
story.
Yep.
And kind of leads you back to the T23s. Like everyone has to have a certain story, or else you're just another reseller.
Yeah.
So,
Very true.
Truth.
but that was kind of the vision. And like, hey, I wanted a few things, so that was one of them.
One of them.
Before we get into you selling them,
Yeah.
just for those who don't know what a sample is a shoe that was made along the process from the beginning of manufacturing to the final product.
Yeah, pre-production.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's pieces of it's the footwear that was made while taking steps, revising the shoe,
Tests.
like different colors, different materials. That's what a sample is. They make them in a size 9 because that's the average size of a men's US, I believe. So samples are very hard to come by, especially nowadays for the most coveted pairs. So this is why
They exist for every shoe.
This is why it's ridiculous. It's especially because knowing samples, they always stay within the circle of the swoosh. So for Netmag to have all 3 Supreme
set.
Dunk highs, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, there was a low version too, but I'd never seen the real thing.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did.
It was
see
on the
those.
magazine,
Yeah.
but I have never seen the real thing
With the stars.
with the stars.
The low with the stars.
Actually,
yeah.
they had one where it was like, I don't know if it was just photoshopped or not, but like is actually without the stars, it had the Nike with the swoosh logo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but honestly, I have never seen it, and like I have to see it to believe it.
Yeah,
and
of
I
course.
have not. So, I mean, to date, like it's probably still a fantasy, but like
Yeah.
but I mean, the ones that I had,
Yeah.
like to be quite honest, there was like no difference.
No, it was the same thing.
I think it was like near the end of the production.
Yeah.
Like it was like really, this is okay.
This
is
is
a go.
it?
This
Yeah,
is a go, right? So
so let's get to where
you-
they went.
You're not size 9, right?
I am not size.
Okay, so
You know who at this table is a size 9?
2 of us. All right, so they didn't fit you. What was the reason of letting them go?
Well, I mean, like obviously, like I said, business, because like you have money sitting there, like literally you like probably amounted to about like 3-4 grand.
Yeah.
Like of cash just
Sitting
sitting
on a shelf.
shoe.
Yeah.
And like to me, I didn't have a store. I'm not displaying it. And like to me, it was just, yeah, it's great. I can post it and make people jealous.
Yeah.
But like
Put it in your basement with
and then it goes back to the box.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you know what? Like look, I gotta make the right choice,
Yeah.
right? Like had I had it now, I probably would have kept it.
Yeah.
But like now it's just like, but I knew where it was going. So I said, okay, you know what? Like like this guy, he's from China. He messaged me. He's like, I know you have that sample set. Sell it to me. I first said no because like it's so like just because of the process.
It's
like
once in a lifetime.
what are the chances of you buying 2 pairs and then randomly find the pair you need?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even another one of the.
Yeah, it wasn't even like I never seen another pair go like,
Yeah.
on the site. Maybe I wasn't actively searching, but like just the process reminds me of like that's what I'm here for,
Hunting.
right? Like hunting, right? Like that's not like today where it's just like just line up and you know you're gonna get it. Like
Or it's on StockX. You just go to one site and everything is there.
Or you just pay money. There's like certain things you can't like money can't buy. Like and
100%.
this is one of the things. Like
Yeah.
you have money, but you got to find a seller willing to sell.
To sell it, yeah.
So that's what I love about sneakers, or even collecting in general. Like if you see one of the bricks there's an X around the corner over there. It's like a X large. Why I love that one so much, and I paid way too much money for it. But it's kind of like a symbol for myself because I remember I was going in Japan that year, and X large had this bear brick on display. And I
X large is a shop.
It's a shop
Japan?
and it's
Nice.
a brand. It's a brand in Japan,
Nice.
which I like to call it like the Bape knockoff, but it's like a gorilla.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
similar
Oh,
type.
yeah. That's like the
Yes.
brown bear. Yeah.
Yeah. So I asked them like, "Is that for sale?" Right? And they're like, "No, like it's just for store display." And I'm like, "I really like I love this so much." I couldn't buy it, and then. Yeah.
He dropped the money bag
like
on the
this
counter.
this was 10 years later.
Oh, okay.
This was 10 years ago. Like I was in Japan, like 2008. And then
Don't do it. Don't do it.
The money.
He goes to pick up his keys.
but yeah, like, and then I saw someone selling it. And I think he was a store associate before or a store owner. He had like 3 of them.
No way.
The first one I couldn't pay because the price people bid it up so high is like, I can't justify. And then he lists the second one. I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta get this one. This is my chance. But obviously the guy that was willing to pay that much, like already got his.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this one. And then I ended up paying a little too high, but like cheaper than the first one. And then he listed a third one, but the third one was cheaper, but it was like the color was discolored
was probably
because
on
of some of the
display.
sunlight,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, that can justify how
Yeah.
much I paid for mine. But it kind of all leads back to the fact that I bought it because of a story. Like, because I want to remind myself, hey, like this is something that I wanted, I couldn't get. Now I worked towards getting it. Like I'm able to get it. Even that
It's like
Stussy one
it's a
you see.
symbol.
Yeah, that's Stussy right there. Like that one, I remember Stussy Toronto, where
Yeah.
on top of Goodfoot.
Yep.
They had one on display.
Oh, yeah?
And I really wanted it. No one knew what it was, like back then. Like they were selling the 100%. And then I asked them, hey, like, can I buy that? Right? They're like, no, not for sale. And I'm like, really? Like, no price tag? Right? And then it's like, nope, just not for sale. Like they were arrogant.
Yeah.
assholes too, right?
That was their whole MO, though.
Yes, like that whole area was like all about arrogancy. Like you can walk into Goodfoot, they don't even think you exist.
Yeah.
Like that's how bad it was back then. Like, but I'm
I
like,
feel like that's the same way kind of now.
maybe like
Some
I don't,
spots.
yeah. I don't go to spots anymore.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, that's the exact same one that they had on display, and then I'm like, okay,
That is the one from
not
the display?
not the one, but
okay.
like I ended up getting it back, like getting it somewhere else, and I didn't pay too much for it. I'm like,
I was gonna say, did you pick it up off the show floor and walk by that same
I was like,
associate
pointed
looking
to
at
God,
him?
give it to me.
Throw some money on the table and just walk out.
Just hang on to that for me.
But yeah, so it kind of leads back to sneakers, right? Like certain things you gotta have it, and kind of like your answer to your question was like he asked me for it, like so I said okay, maybe it's time to sell it, and then I asked him, hey, are you still interested? Like because I could use the money now because I had some buyouts lined up, and like it would profit me to sell it now and use the cash to buy that and do whatever I need to do with it. And he's like, and so I think he asked for like 4.5. I'm like, okay, 5, ship to China. And then he's like, okay,
Wow.
yeah, $5,000 for the whole
US
set.
or Canadian?
US.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but you got to think at that time the dollar was like 1 to 1 maybe.
Well,
Wasn't this within the past
this
year?
was like probably when it was like 20% higher than the dollar.
Oh.
It
Yeah,
wasn't,
this is like a year and a half ago, no?
Jesus.
year and a half, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But that's when I'm like, you know what? And that's when I said, hey, I told my friend Andy like to make a video of it so that hey, I had
You'll
this.
always have-
I had
yeah.
this, but I don't need the physical
Amazing.
shoe with me.
Yeah.
But I have video to prove that hey, I had these, and that's all I need. Like honestly,
I
it's
saw
just
them in
to-
person at Soul Exchange.
Yep. So
Yep,
did I.
yeah, I bought them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I can
That's-
also vouch that you had them, and I was like, what the I think I held them actually. You let me hold them in my hands.
Yeah.
You were like, you want to hold it?
The one and only time I was at Soul Exchange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think did you have the originals with them as well?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the picture of me at your table
Yeah.
that always circulates every time Soul Exchange is
Yeah.
coming around is of me holding them.
I think Jeffy still uses. Yeah, he definitely
yeah,
does.
I
use
think
that
it's
picture.
me holding the sample. Well, damn.
Piece of history right there.
Yeah.
Constant reminder that Netmag needs to come back to Soul Exchange. All right, so clearly with that, we all know that Netmag now likes to gather attention in all sorts of reckless ways. Now we're gonna call back a ridiculous, incredibly bonkers post that you did. It's the notorious pile of Tokyo Fives. Can you walk us through exactly like first how you acquired it and just
And why?
why? I mean, clear answer is business, but I need to know details.
Sorry.
It's okay. Think about it.
He's just laughing.
I know. Remember that?
Look how
post?
cool I am.
Actually, that was the last thing I was thinking. But, so I think that was quite a while back. I think at least 3-4
Yeah,
years.
Yeah.
it was definitely the
It was
first
near the beginning.
post that I saw of yours that I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
And I think that was
Yeah.
what got you most of your attention because everyone thought they were fake.
Yes.
I remember that whole thing.
So
'Cause that's when
I-
you were first blowing up.
Yep.
I still remember the whole process.
Yep.
Like, but that kind of like motivates me too, right? Like
Yes,
to work
of course.
harder. So it first started when I had like about probably like 10 pairs.
Yeah.
Like, cause that shoe was doing numbers, like for me, like, and literally I was also getting them from Lawrence, that place. And,
That place.
and then,
We're going to talk more about that place later on, so don't worry. We'll
Yeah.
let you guys know about it.
so literally it was like a straight arbitrage trade. So like what I mean by arbitrage is like
Business terms.
business term. It's like you're simply moving one product from one place to another. And it's just a difference in pricing.
Yeah.
Like, and literally I was getting for $1,000 and I'm selling them for like $1,400. Sure. And that number was doing, like that shoe was doing numbers for me. And, I'm like, okay, I gotta get more, right?
Yeah.
Like I just bought everything I saw until people caught on. Cause initially it wasn't that high value because
Over there, at least, right?
over there or even like internationally because people were expecting a drop. Like, you know, the Wolf Grey 5s, like the T23 was supposed like everyone was anticipating a worldwide drop and then it didn't happen. And then they said it was just Japan. That's it.
Yeah.
And then the Wolf, I believe, well, I heard it was supposed to be the Wolf Grey 5 was supposed to be the T23s. Not 100%. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, so the Wolf Grey 5s ended up in like the international. So, and then everyone found out and then that's when prices started to skyrocket. So before that, I already had probably like 10 pairs. And that's when I started posting them. Like, it was like, oh, maybe I need to do an inventory count. Like, I don't know. Like, I just got to make sure.
They're out of the box anyways.
Yeah. So like, I was actually exactly what I was doing. Like I was just checking each pair and then I'm like, okay, I might as well take a picture. And then, I took a picture, posted it and it's like, I can't remember my caption, but like it was
Something ignorant.
something ignorant. Yes.
do you remember the total amount of pairs that were in that?
It was probably like probably a dozen. Like, can't believe like
Yeah.
10 or 12.
Between 10 and 15 for sure.
yeah, 10 or 15 because I know
So
when
$10,000
I
to
did the-
$15,000
Yeah.
on the floor.
Yes. But, and then, like, I wasn't, like, expecting anything, right? Like, I was just randomly posting it. Cause I did a few before, too. I
know.
did a bunch of Supreme Dunks, and then it was lit, and then everyone was like, yo, what the hell, right?
Who is this guy?
Who is this guy, right? But I mean, like back then, like no, like Netmag, who's Netmag? Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Fake.
yeah,
Fake.
fake. But like,
Sells
yes,
fake shit.
exactly. So, and then that was everyone's like kind of initial
Yep.
reaction, right? Because like they were like saying like, there's no
How
way.
does
There's no
someone-
way.
that was
Someone
the
in-
best part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone in Canada having something that is a Tokyo exclusive release.
In that quantity.
Yes, exactly. And at this price point. But a lot of time, like a lot of them didn't know I was buying them before that. Right?
Yeah.
Like, so like, you can't really, like, I didn't spend what the market price was at that time. I bought it at,
It's called an investment, people. Look
you
it
can
up.
say that. But yeah, so that then, like, the negative comments far outweighed the positive comments.
Yes.
And
So
people
funny.
were like, answers.
Yeah.
Like, you got people, like, the thing with Instagram was it goes viral really quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You have a few big accounts just reposting this and then asking their followers, what do you think of this picture? And then that's when everyone was like, then you just, like, back then your follower count was like 0. It's like 100.
Exponential.
Yeah.
100. Every time you log in, it's like 100, 100,
Yeah.
100. And then I'm like, what's going on?
You know what's weird is I remember seeing and reading all the comments and going, yo, this guy's probably legit. Like I had no evidence to back it up. I had not seen your name ever before. I saw the crowd or the pile of the Tokyo Fives just on the floor, and I'm just like, you know what? Those are probably all real.
The thing is, the reason that, because I remember being one of the apparently few that was like, yo, this guy's legit, was because I'd met you at
Was
that
that
time.
before the
It was,
What the Dunks or after
it was
What the Dunks?
before What the Dunks, after Alvin's pair.
Oh, the DMPs.
The DMPs. We'll tell that story after because that's a nice one.
Was that actually before
But
the Tokyo 5?
the Tokyo 5 would have been after Alvin's
Oh
wedding.
shit.
So that's why I knew. I was
Okay,
like, this
okay,
guy's
okay,
legit.
okay,
Like, what the
okay.
fuck are these
Now
people?
now it makes sense why I strictly believed that he's super legit.
The thing is, like, the best part about it that I think anyone can take away from it, this is going to sound like super cheesy, but like the fact that people were saying like, there's no way, it's not possible, like it's no way, like it's just not, it's not real, it can't be real.
Yeah.
And you know it's real. That's motivational as fuck.
Yeah.
Like you did something and you know, and a bunch of people, like a bunch of legitimate people were backing you up too. They were like, this is real. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
That's
That you made something that everyone thought could not be possible.
yeah.
And like, that's just so sick. Like, congrats on that.
Yeah.
And everything that you've done after that too. Like, I don't know if we're going to talk about the capsule pop up that you did, but like, you make the impossible possible. And like, you're just,
Kind of cheesy.
yeah, no, it is cheesy as fuck. Yeah.
It's
But
so
like, it's
real.
just like, do it with anything though. Like, it should just be like how you live your life. Cause that's motivational as hell.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, there's no way that's real. And you're like, bitch, watch, say that.
That's exactly like if you know me in person, which you guys do now.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a person that likes to talk much, like on IG. Like,
No.
I don't like to fight back. Like, you say whatever, sure, and like
I'll just
then
post something else to prove you wrong.
Yeah.
exactly. So like I obviously did a few things to kind of like just like validate. Hey, look, they're real.
Yeah.
Now shut the fuck up. Now, but I didn't tell people to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like
They had no choice but
I
to
just
shut the fuck
said,
up.
I just reposted, hey, look, legit, check the symbol, and if you know, you know. And like,
And now they know.
well, like a lot of people were still skeptical, right? And then that's kind of what led me to like, you know what, like I'm gonna top this, like screw you, like. So I got my buddy to just do a video. Like I'm just like, hey, like this is what I envision. Like this is my reply back. It's like Drake dropping a
diss track.
diss track,
Yeah.
but without actually saying anything. And like it's not directed at you, but it's just my answer to you.
Yeah.
So it's like that.
That was the one of the shoes falling, right?
Exactly. Like
so good.
Like honestly, I didn't have to do it.
no, not at
Like
all.
even like renting all that equipment was money. Like
Yeah.
it was. I think the final cost of that video cost me like $2,000. But just to prove a point.
Yeah.
Like that's how far I went.
And that's
But,
another thing, like you said, with the sample Supreme stuff. Like now you have that video. Like you obviously, maybe not obviously, you don't have that quantity of Tokyo 23s anymore, but you can be like, bitch, I did this.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
This is me.
that was me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
that's worth it.
Like I mean, like even if you look back at the capsule event, like you mentioned with the Supreme Dunks, like I didn't have to do it. Like from a money standpoint, it wasn't the best business move. Like I had to set on pairs for like to get 75 pairs of Supreme Dunks. Like Well, actually 24, 24 of each. So
Pretty much
like close to
75,
75.
yeah.
I had a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I had enough to cover the shelf.
Crazy.
But like, to me, like, people will remember that. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's like I still remember some people's reactions, and we had it on video. And
Yeah.
it's like they just walked in and like,
Just for anybody, I don't know if anybody remembers. This is what 2 years ago now.
The thirsties of it.
Yeah, the
Thirsties,
Thirsties 2, I think it was.
Yes.
So what it was,
I wish I could have made it.
was I was there, so I can tell you. Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
were there too, right?
You guys were
Yeah, we were both there. So
Food was
Netmag
great.
basically hit us up and he was like, I didn't even tell us. He's like, I'm doing a thing at Capsule in Markham. I want you guys to come. I can't tell you what it is because it's going to ruin it. Okay, sure. When Netmag tells you to go to something, you go to something.
Yep. Yep. Basically.
So I showed up and I walked in and it was the entire, if you've been to Capsule, the entire glass footwear wall in the middle of the store covered in Supreme Dunk lows, the elephant print ones from 2002. The ones that you said got you into the shoe game.
well, 24 of the 2002.
And then the
whites,
red as well. Yeah.
And the red's the 2012s because obviously you needed all three.
One of each.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you, like you said, it was 75 total, 24 of each.
Something like that.
And I think you had the left and right,
Yes. This
correct? So
yeah.
it was like, it was just overwhelming, like to see that. And I believe, unless you want to tell it, you said the reason that you did it was to bring back the OG vibes of walking into a shoe store, like you said, your inspiration and like the reason you got into the game, and see them on the wall and see them in every condition. Like you made sure to have like beat as fuck pairs and like dead stock with the lace bag attached pairs.
Like,
And like, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I mean, like that was the vision because like I felt like we're living in a era where it's like you'll never see these shoes on racks.
Yeah.
And like just looking back as a kid, like you literally have to go to these stores to find out what's like. Sometimes back then I would go to Goodfoot not knowing what's on the wall, and I loved it. Right, like it's not like now, like you guys said, like you go to a sneaker store with the purpose,
Knowing what's there.
exactly,
Yeah.
and you know what you're gonna cop,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So like I kind of wanted to bring back that vibe where it's like you walk in and like you'll probably never see it again. Like
No,
the closest
you
thing
won't.
you probably saw was like Project Blitz, the retrospective.
Yeah.
Like that was crazy, but like it was like every single different shoe.
Yeah.
Like, that was crazy. But yeah, like, but the background story with that was like, it was like, I was trying to find a venue to do this. Like I had this vision and, like I originally hit up Capsule because their glass display is insane.
Crazy. I love that store. It's
Insane.
beautiful. Yeah.
It's insane. And initially they said no. Because of who I am.
I remember that. They
because
said
I'm
because you were a reseller.
reseller and because they have to keep up a certain image, a part of being a store. They don't want Nike to say, hey, like, are you working with a reseller
Yeah.
type of thing? Like, like it's just the perception.
Yeah.
So like we had to do a lot of different tweaks to advertise.
You
Like,
made it an art show.
so we did it as an art. We spun it off like an art show,
Nice.
and that
I remember
they
that.
were okay with. Like, well, like they were like, there's no conflict of interest
Yeah.
there. So that's how that happened because I couldn't imagine doing it anywhere else. Like,
No, for sure. It was the perfect venue.
perfect.
yes,
Yeah.
that was the perfect. So I fought for it. Like I literally bugged the owner and like, please,
Justin,
like, I
please,
need
Justin.
Like, this is like the perfect venue. Like I know you can't see it right now,
Yeah.
but trust me, like like I already see it on this wall. Like 75 pairs on here would be bonkers.
Yeah.
Like,
And it was.
and then like he agreed and I'm like, okay, like I'm like, thank God. Like, yeah. So, but just for your information, like I didn't like buy those pairs knowing that I could do this. So like literally if he had said no, the show wouldn't have happened. Like I would have just sold those shoes.
Really?
That would have hurt my heart.
Yeah. No, that was like once in a lifetime. That's like,
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like I remember walking in because he didn't disclose what was happening. So I walked
Yeah.
in. I brought the wife, and I walked in, and like I just remember telling my wife, like, "Babe, wow." She's like, "What? They're just all the same shoe." I'm like, no.
you wouldn't get it.
Hold on.
Sit down.
And then afterwards, like I was explaining to her, I'm like, "Babe, these are. If you realize, like these are the left feet." She's like, "So like, there's like 75 pairs." What? I'm like, yeah. And the price, not even the price. Fuck the price. The shoe's beautiful itself, but like just acquiring all these is the hardest thing to do ever in life. And it's just like, just having these all in the same room at once is like, whoa. I was like, I was speechless for a little bit. So I was like, damn. And then she got like my appreciation for it and she started getting it. But man, I like just seeing that. Oh, I'm going to repost some pictures tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to do it too on Saturday for sure. I'm posting the picture because that was nuts.
Oh, it was beautiful.
I don't know if you guys have noticed how quiet I am.
He was there.
That's
No, I'm just saying.
I
Yeah.
wasn't
He
there.
was there.
I was there. I'm here. I'm there emotionally.
Just like to your ASIC event, right? He was there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh shit. Bringing up
Netmag with the
some
shots.
bad blood. Jeez.
That's how you know he's a good friend, because
He shows up to everything.
Hey man, as long as my
Yikes.
heart and support is there,
Word.
I couldn't give a fuck. Keep firing those shots. All right, fuck this.
That's the end.
What I wanted to wrap up that Supreme Dunk Show segment was with. Do you have a pair for all of us? Oh, kind of got so
Loop bangs.
Yeah, each colorway, please.
I'll try.
Please. Anyways,
I think Joel got his pair from you.
He did. He did.
Yeah, Joel
Soul
got
swapped it.
his black one. Yeah,
Soul
from you.
swapped it.
Crazy.
okay, so let's go down to the business portion of this. You did not go to school for business or marketing, did you?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know
absolutely
Yeah.
insane.
that. Damn.
I didn't know that either, but I worded it that way, and it just happened. It worked out. Okay, perfect.
Yes, I did. End of segment.
This topic I feel was bound to come up. This is also from your first blog post. You talk about resellers. First, let's get, what are your thoughts on resellers?
I don't know.
You've
like,
told me your thoughts on resellers.
that's kind of changed though. Like I think
Oh,
we're
since
living.
you last talked to Lawrence.
Like
about
I mean,
resellers.
like resellers now. It's I don't know. Like let's just be honest. Like everyone wants to be a reseller.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like even if you were in line for a shoe, like if you did a poll, who's here to resell? Who's here to buy a pair to cop? I'm gonna say my guess is probably pretty right. 70%.
Yeah, I was gonna say 70.
I agree. If not
For sure.
higher,
70,
to
if
be
not
honest.
higher,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you got that many people into reselling, like, I mean, everyone's trying to make a buck. Like, don't get me wrong. Like,
Yeah.
like living in Toronto is not cheap. And like, even just like a couple hours of your time to make $200, like everyone would do it. Right. So, I mean, I don't have a thing against, like, I mean, I'm a reseller, but less so now. But like, I don't know, like you kind of need them
Yeah.
in a way. Cause
Agreed.
I think I remember
Oh, for sure.
Lawrence
We
remember
talked about
saying
it a few episodes
before,
ago.
right? Like if you had everyone wearing, like if 100% of the people there are buying the shoes
And kept their
just
shoes.
to wear,
Yeah.
people that really wanted a pair don't have a pair.
Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'd have no JTHs.
Yeah.
exactly. And I mean, I come
What was that?
I don't know. Sorry.
Did you just fart?
I'll put it with the soundboard today.
Money, farts. Hey, what else you guys need? I got you.
All I want is money and farts. Sorry, continue.
But yeah, like, I
Before you-
mean, like, even, like, okay, if you're telling me you buy a pair in you bought a pair not originally planning to sell it, but like me back then, I had to sell it because I want to get a certain pair. Like, are you a reseller?
Exactly. That's what I've brought
So,
it up
I
before
mean,
too. Yeah.
like, the line is so hard to draw now. But I think, like, back then when Jordan was like, this was just a couple years ago, like, when Jordan was like, extremely sought off. Like you can't buy them. Like literally, I think resellers was the group of people that were to blame. Like if you really think about it,
Yeah.
like they just wanted to blame something. Like everyone's just salty, right? Like if you can't get a pair, you just blame. Oh, it must be the resellers that took all.
It must be bots. It must be.
exactly.
It could
Like,
never be someone's quicker than you.
Exactly. So no one would ever blame themselves for not being like. If you wanted a pair, you'll be like, I'm gonna be in line like
Yeah.
at 3 a.m. Right? But like, how bad do you want it? Right? So, I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe next time you ask me the definition of reseller, might be different.
I think it's ever changing.
It's changing. Like it's like right now, it's like I can't give you a definite answer.
Like you had mentioned something about like bad karma reselling and good karma reselling.
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Like I mean, I helped out a few guys, like even
Me.
Lauren, Hardy Girl, like even a bunch of you guys. Like I don't mind making an extra buck, like, or not making an extra buck off if I know you're gonna wear the shoes. Like you legit, you tried, you couldn't get it, and I was lucky enough to get it.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I can make money somewhere else, but like it's the good karma is being able to help people out.
I love it.
And like I mean, like I don't want to see anyone dropping like honestly, shoes over $1,000 is expensive. Like
Absolutely.
you can't justify that when standard of living is so high. So that's why I figured, okay, you know what? Like I paid for this much. Like you bring in whatever you want. Like to like obviously I can't do it for everyone.
Yeah, no.
Like my door is not open to do all of that.
Trade
right? Like,
market.
exactly. like at the end of the day, like there's only 24 hours in a day. Like I have to focus on what I need to do to keep it running. Right. So like, but like one-off requests where I know I'm helping you. Like the thing, my principle is I'm not going to sell you a shoe for cheaper than what the market is if I know you're going to resell it.
Yeah, never.
And that's why I only help out people that I know that won't resell it. So that's kind of the story. So bad karma being like if I know I'm ripping you off.
Yeah.
Reselling strictly for the fact to just make
Exactly.
a
Like
lot of money off
like
of you.
how do you feel when like say I'm a reseller, you don't know me.
Yeah.
And the shoe legit on the retail tag says $265.
You just won a raffle. You walked into the
I
store
went
and picked
into
it
the
up.
store. I was
Yeah.
lucky that day, but now I'm going to charge you $1,200 and you're just counting cash in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you feel about like,
Yeah.
you're not going to be happy.
No.
And I'm just going to be like, shit, I just ripped you off like $1,000,
Yeah.
right? Like, how does that
Yeah.
help anyone, right? Like, that's kind of leads me to like why I started doing the $11.
That's what I was exactly
Yes,
going to go
that's
into.
what I was gonna lead into as
the
well.
exact same thing. I was going to ask, is that the motivation behind the raffles?
Yes.
Or gift card giveaways?
Well, I mean, like I can't raffles is a sensitive topic for various reasons.
Yeah.
But like I didn't think of it this way, but it all started with one pair. Like
Tokyo 5s.
No. It was like a bread 4.
Oh, okay.
Bread 4.
I'm pretty sure I entered every raffle though. So
Maybe. But like it was a bread 4 and I'm like honestly
I do remember that. Yes.
it was a good shoe. Like I wasn't like overcharging or anything. Like it was a like pristine dead stock pair and I think it was like worth I don't know $350 back at the time. So I'm just like, you know what, like maybe if I just charge, like I had this random idea like one time, like just showering and I'm like,
Shower
literally
thoughts,
shower
yeah.
thoughts are the best. Like
Yeah.
they just come out of nowhere
Yeah.
and then, hey, maybe that actually does work. So I'm like, okay, what if I break down the shoe? Like I don't ask for one person paying for $400, like or $350. Well, obviously factoring like shipping,
Everything, yeah.
Because I give the shipping free for whoever, and you have to pay transaction costs. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna make 40 slots of $10, and then everyone's just gonna pay $10. You lose, whatever, it's $10.
Yeah.
But I was thinking of a way. I was just trying to complete the loop because I don't want people to be salty. Like
you're leaving
just
with
giving
nothing.
me with $10.
Yeah.
So I came up with this brilliant idea.
He's
I'm
so
like,
smart, everybody.
So smart.
it was stupid at the beginning because I'm like, gift card, come on.
Yeah.
Like, but it actually worked out because you're not losing $10 because I'm giving you $10. Like if you don't win, you can use that $10 to buy shoes
From the site.
from my site.
Yeah.
So like legit, like you're getting essentially a free raffle. I just make less, right? But I'm moving product. Like from a business standpoint, if you look back at it, it's actually pretty legit. Like,
Yeah, it's very smart
yeah.
because you're moving a $500 shoe and they're giving them $10 off.
Exactly. So
And
I
you're
give,
still making the margin like
I'm
crazy.
still moving the shoes, but at the same time, I'm getting back. Like it's not like a Keymaster, you know. Like,
Yeah, which is basically a raffle.
Yeah.
It's basically a raffle, but why I really did not like the concept was that like I can just wait behind you, watch you drop $300-$400,
Which people do.
and then sucks you dry. And then, hey, I'm next. And
Yep.
then I put in 50
The machine's ready.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's ready for me.
Yeah. It's like a slot machine. Like people wait and they camp
really,
and then.
like, I just could not believe on that concept. Like it just to me was a pure ripoff. Like,
Yeah. Especially because, sorry, just to sidetrack, the fact that the store can set the amount for each row, like you don't even know what it's set at. Like
that just kills me. Like I just cannot.
Like you could have like a $10,000 payout for, even if it's a $2,000 shoe, a $10,000 payout. Like they're making so much money.
How do you think they're still alive?
Yeah.
Wait,
like
is that how it works?
Yeah.
You set the payout.
You set the payout.
Yeah.
You choose how much money has to go in before someone can win. And then the person still has to win.
Yes.
So you could
still need
you still need to be perfect.
skillful.
Yeah.
But it like because there's an auto loss set to it. No, I'm
It's a
serious.
delay. They have a delay.
I am.
Oh,
I
from
was
the
so
button
shocked.
press.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I was so shocked. Like when I first saw the machine, I literally legit thought it was like pure skills.
Yeah.
And
No way.
These like it was after 2 years later, someone came up with an article or someone just said like, this is the biggest scam
It
ever.
makes
It
sense
is.
because the thing
Because-
moves so slowly.
Yeah.
How do you not
You don't-
fuck up the time?
Yeah.
I don't like and like what really pisses me off, like I mean, is the fact that like you said, like the owner sets the profit margin.
God
You can
damn.
literally have a bread for in there for $1,000.
Yeah.
No one would know.
Yeah.
And like
The only way to know is if a bunch of people win and you're like, okay, it's not
Exactly.
horrible.
So,
like, I think it's Essentials Toronto. They have a lot of winners overall.
yes.
So you have to assume that it's not an extreme.
They're not extreme
Yeah.
pay. Like-
but
like-
still, they're making a lot of money off of
Big.
you.
Yes. But I mean, like, if you see a common thing with these machines, they're all kids. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
reality is like they don't know.
They don't know, and they
don't
don't
know.
have the money to spend anyways.
Exactly.
Like them
So it's a
dropping
hope.
$300
It's a
on hope for a box logo or something like that is
Yeah.
like, it's hope. Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's a raffle. It's a raffle.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. Like, let's just leave it at that.
Before we start swearing.
yeah.
Okay, so to wrap that up, like on the consumer side of what you do, it's absolutely amazing because you are giving people the chance to own $1,000 shoes, $1,000 plus shoes, and then you give even a runner up like a $700 shoe for essentially
Nothing.
less than $20.
I've won twice, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
That's
have, I got a runner up pair just down on the floor over there, like 2 feet away. I won a raffle. What was that, like 2 weeks ago? Last
this
week.
week,
Last
yeah.
week.
Last week.
Yeah, I've won twice, and I
yeah.
can tell everybody it's the best fucking feeling, especially when I enter like probably 2 a week.
Yeah.
I'll say, and I've been entering since you started. Like I remember you started with fixed,
and
you did the Nike mag for $50, and you've been doing Tokyos for like 35 and all that stuff for so long. And I've been entering, and then I won my first one last year, the Cause.
Yeah. The cost.
And the craziest part about it was, I remember you posting, he's like, I have all 6 companions. I want to do a raffle. How should I give them away? And you're like, what are your suggestions? Does the winner take all 6? Does the winner like split it? And I was like, or should we give 1 to 6 people?
should have told me to keep
And
the
I
whole
know, I
6.
fucking read it now because I was like, let the winner pick if they want full unflayed or flayed, and then give out 1, 2, 3 as runner ups. And you were like, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah. And then I won.
And then he won.
And I was like, fuck, I should have said the winner gets all 6 and $1,000 cash. But like, it's the craziest feeling.
Yeah.
Because that's what got me into Cause too. You actually are what got me into Cause and Bear Bricks. Because I remember when I was like seeing you post all these Bear Bricks from way back, because we've known each other for, it's been a
Quite a
long
while,
time now.
yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, these things are fucking cool. And then I messaged you and I was like, yo, like I'm thinking about getting into Bear Bricks. Like, what do you think?
do?
Yeah. Like, how do I know if it's real? Anything like that. And you're like, you were giving me all these tips and tricks and everything. And then like the same week, a bunch of 100% showed up at my door. Like you sent me like 10 of them. And I was like, oh my
Get you
God. Like,
started.
yeah, this is fucking sick. And it's just like the best feeling to win one of those raffles.
I remember being absolutely jealous when
Yeah.
you pulled that package out.
It's just crazy
But
to
it
win.
kind of leads back to the fact, like, I mean, I do it not because it also just, from a business standpoint, it
Yeah.
makes sense, but it's more so that stuff is like just getting out of hand, like with prices. Like
Yeah.
you would never pay $1,000.
I would never own.
You would never pay $1,000.
I would never own all three of those cars, which I won from you, which was like $1,000, or either of those box logos that I won from you, which is also like
the Gucci
upwards.
ones.
Yeah, the Gucci and the Louis box logo.
Oh, that was a long story.
Yeah, so we're not even gonna get into that.
Nah,
Story.
we'll be here till tomorrow.
Yeah,
There's definitely going to be a part 2 with Netmagnetism.
that was a
for
crazy
damn sure.
story.
Yeah,
But
that
yeah,
was crazy.
that was
Like,
fucked.
I was just like, what?
Yeah.
No way.
But yeah, like I would never own any of that stuff. And like, it's just crazy for everyone entering, like everyone who's won. I think they would have the exact same sentiments. Like even hitting a runner up prize like Alan, like you paid $11 for
Amped.
$150 pair of shoes. Like there's no better feeling.
Yeah.
So excited.
Well,
It's crazy. It's like hitting the lottery.
Actually, like it's not even that too. Like, I do it for various reasons too. Cause like, I mean, certain shoes, like we're all so focused on just the grails. Travis Scott, Off-Whites. There's no
All the
room-
buzzwords.
There's no room for any other model. Like because we're so like our cash flow is like limited. Right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, we've talked about
you're-
that before, too.
You're
Yeah.
not gonna like obviously if you gave me a choice, I'm gonna go for the Off-White.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like that's like you would rather have one pair of Off-Whites than 10 pairs of shoes.
Yep.
Like literally that. I think
Yeah.
every sneakerhead
Yep.
about that. So having runner-ups didn't start till midway.
Yeah.
Because it was getting to a point where it's like, okay, I have too much. Like there were too many people entering,
You were making too much and it felt
and
like
then
bad karma
and it was
reselling.
okay, I can probably get away with one or twice, but like, do I really want to? Not really, right? Like I'm here for long term,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
the more like my concept was like, ooh, I can pocket an extra 1,000, and
Yeah.
I'll be better off, right? But like if you had that where it's like people can probably backward calculate.
Yeah, they know, like, especially because you post the amount of entries. If it says 257 entries and one person wins, like,
exactly.
they catch on.
Know. Like, I mean, obviously I can get away with it.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
I'd
like,
still enter. I'm not even gonna lie.
but I felt like, okay, it's ethical to actually push like whatever extra I have. Like I'm happy with making whatever my time.
Yeah.
Like, cause obviously it takes time to
Yeah,
run
of
a
course.
wrap.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Packing, like shipping to US is not cheap.
Even
Like,
just getting all the shoes, like having that
Oh, yeah.
inventory, like a 50 pair giveaway is more than a lot of people have
I
in their
was
collection.
just doing 50 pair wrap like
Last night.
last night,
posted.
and then like I was there for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Just packing shoes. Like,
Packing
like obviously
shoes, the
I have
labels, like, everything.
It's people underestimate how much work it is behind the scenes.
100%.
For sure.
And,
They
like-
only see the glamour in
only
it.
see
Yeah.
Exactly. Like if I sold you, hey, reselling, or if you want to be me, this is what you gotta do. Like, and I tell
I'd
you
pay
what-
$5 for that article.
Which we will talk about later on.
But had I told you all the non-glamour stuff behind that happens, like
It weeds
you
out.
probably would not want to be me.
Yeah.
It's the same people that are reposting shit to be a fucking
A brand.
ambassador for.
Oh,
Yeah. They think it's
I
that
was
easy.
laughing.
They
man.
think it's
Oh
as
my
easy as
God.
just like, I'm gonna buy a bunch of shoes and then raffle them. But like, even just the fact, like, I feel like a lot of people understand, like, even there's like Facebook groups devoted to raffles.
Yeah.
They have like 10,000 people in them. Cause even to get 10, 15, 20 people to enter a raffle is hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the higher the price, like, the more difficult it is to get people to enter for $100 raffle or whatever. So like, to put it all on the line, have no minimum, and just be like, it ends in 4 days, it's $11, and then just like take your hands off the keyboard and be like,
Yep.
let's see what happens.
Like, you gotta
Like,
take
that's
risks.
crazy.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
like you know what? Like, I let you decide what you guys wanted, right?
Yeah.
Like, all I'm doing is I'm facilitating. I'm pressing a button.
Mm-hmm.
How many people decide? Look, less people. Okay, I eat it. Right?
Yeah.
More people, I give you more prizes. Like it all average out. Like I'm still moving product. I'm getting people. Like at least like look at it. If I have 50 winners, like no matter like you pay $11, you got a shoe. You're happy.
Exactly. Even for a
And-
t-shirt or like the series 2s that you give
So-
away, like,
Yeah.
it's still
Exactly. So like from a business perspective, that's what you want to
more
build.
happy customers.
Like you want
Longevity.
like I mean, I might not make the biggest buck, like biggest bang for the buck right now, but like I'm building like customer loyalty.
Your list of happy customers has to be like,
Yeah, like legit. If
Yeah.
I put in a post right now, it's like just comment if
you've
want
ever won anything.
or even just like, you know, how many
I'm
pairs
curious. You should do that.
how many pairs of Yeezys have
After
I given
we post
away?
Yeah.
Like Nike Yeezys, I think I'm probably at 20 pairs. Like
That's 20 people who would never own a pair if you
Yes,
never given them
exactly.
the option.
And every person that have won a pair has always came back with me. Like regardless if you resell it or not, I don't care because that's your decision.
Yeah, you won it.
Like
It's your prize.
you can do whatever you want with it because you're entitled to it. Like you want it fair and square, and you do whatever with it. Like a lot of people ask me, like, "Oh, how do you see this?" Like your vision is to get it in the hands of people that can't like afford to wear it, right? But yes, you can wear it, but shit comes up in life, you gotta sell it.
Yeah.
Like if you're getting married, you need cash. Like
Yep.
Don't sit on a $4,000 pair of shoes.
what are you gonna do with the shoes, right? Like you gotta do what you gotta do. Like for me, like I totally understand because I had to go to school and I had to sell my pairs because school to me was more important than shoes. And
Just full circle with it. That was
Exactly.
brilliant.
so I understand it, and like honestly, but like everyone, like you always have those fuckers that is like quickly resells it. No, thank you.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I can't control that because I don't control who wins, right?
Yeah.
If I had the choice, obviously I would choose like those that would like, those I know who's like
Who have entered a lot, who are
have
gonna wear it.
entered, or I know someone that has a big following has entered. I can't say any names.
Get you the
But like, why wouldn't I give it to them? And they would just shout me out and draw a ton more followers. But I don't choose that, right? Like, and you've seen random picker where it's like I press that final button,
And
I
that's it.
can't do shit. Like, and I give you that list of history. Like, there's no multiple items where like a lot of times like doing this is how you make it like kind of like foolproof.
Yeah.
Like how do you make it so there is no question? Like honestly, that was the hardest question. Like
How are people going to believe it?
how do I go from front to end with nothing? You cannot even say anything because
To be
it's
legitimate.
legit.
Yeah.
Like
Aside from doing it in front of their face.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like people ask me, why don't you do it live? Like I don't need to because I just pressed that final button
And nothing
you
else can
see
happen.
Historical lists. Like if you
It's
want
one after the other.
if
You would
you
see
want-
like 4 or 5
exactly.
of the
you
same
see
one.
the exact like I said, like you want to challenge me, then like which people have, and they're like, okay, like this and this is flawed, right? I'm like, okay, you try yourself. Like you can open a new account and you try yourself, right? Like I mean, like you have people like that, and I could say nothing, but I explained to them.
It's your reputation as well. Like
Exactly.
you don't want them going off on you when you know you're legit.
Exactly.
My biggest like advertisement when I tell people about it, first of all, it's hard to describe because of the gift cards. You're like, no, but you're getting money back. Like you're not even spending anything.
Yeah.
And the same with the random boxes. Like you're getting something. It just might be something sick.
Yes.
But like my biggest vouch is like 100%. If it was rigged, I would have won more times. Is what I tell people.
I would save the shipping.
Yeah. Like,
We can meet up in person.
like he would like show this guy won again. Like I would have won so many more times. I know I would have because like it's a lot easier to give it to somebody you know every single time. And same with us. Like the shoe we just gave away. I don't even know who that guy is. I don't know anybody in Winnipeg. Like that place. I don't even know where it is.
No, we don't know. About it.
So
and
like
you post the video and then you have that exact same list of results in your caption.
Yep.
Time.
Yep.
Yep.
It's
It's
one
the
to
same
one.
thing all the time.
All right, we're gonna switch gears. We're gonna go a little bit rapid fire on this one. Less deep thought though.
I have a one before. I know if it might be on your list or not. I just
Go.
don't want to
Go.
like ruin your vibe.
Go.
What's Netmagnetism mean? Like where did that come from?
Nothing.
Just like your like words in your mouth, like
Just to
Like-
keep it short.
like
it
Mad
was-
Libs, like you're just filling in.
No, it was just nothing like that. Like when I first back in university, I wanted to sell my shoes, and I was in co-op, and my coworker his dad had a eBay account that had like 400 feedback, and I'm like, and he's like, I'm not using it. I had my account canceled, banned, and I reopened I probably had like 10 eBay names throughout the whole process, but. Legit, the most I've gotten to was 50, and back then eBay, you gotta have a reputable,
You needed it, yeah.
like a high.
Especially for the stuff.
That's
that
like an
you're selling.
Instagram following.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for that, exactly the same
Yeah.
thing back then, right? And then you need that to get top dollar. And he's like, "Yo, just take it." My dad doesn't use it anymore. I used to help him, and it's called Netmagnetism. And then I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" But okay, sure. And then back then, you had to on eBay, you had to tag yourself on a
So you
paper.
just had to write
you
Netmagnetism on paper.
magnetism on the paper and put it beside the shoe
So
and take a
people
picture
knew.
of that, so people know that you have
legit.
that shoe.
hand,
those
yeah.
are the days. And then,
Yeah.
and
People
then-
still do that.
People
on
still do
Facebook,
that, but
yeah.
it,
not as often.
Not as
Old school,
often
man. It's
anymore,
really old
right?
school.
Like that's old school. Only the old heads know about that. And then,
With the date or a piece of
exactly
a
the date,
newspaper.
the date, and then
Now
like,
it's iPads.
Yeah.
exactly. And then I just sold pairs because I was in university, I needed money, and then I used that account to get to sell my shoes, and then that account stayed stale. Like he gave me the password and everything, and then 5 years ago, I was like, ooh, let's venture off into eBay again.
Yeah.
Like that's where I tried reselling the pairs that I initially got, and then he was like. I was like, oh, the password still works, right?
No way.
And then the feedback was good. And actually, I think a lot of you know, I started reselling on eBay back when it was not dead.
Yeah.
But, so I'm like, Netmagnetism, I don't know what it means, but let's just go with it.
Kind of catchy.
Yeah, whatever. I honestly don't know what it means.
That's
and
so
then, I honestly thought about changing the name, but I was like,
It's too late for you now.
well, not even. No one knew who. I'm just another eBay seller. And
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I could go with I don't know, Kick Seller or something like that. Not generic.
T-Money
right?
kick seller.
But that's when I said, you know what? Who cares? Just let it be.
Yeah.
It's what I do that's more important.
It's catchy.
It's what
It
I
is
sell.
catchy.
It's what I sell that's more important than my
true.
The name, yeah.
And looking back from a business standpoint, it actually helped because had I been Kick Seller, blah blah blah,
Your typical.
and you Google that,
Yeah.
you won't see me.
You'll see
No,
thousands
so many
of other
people.
people.
You Google Netmax, I'm
You're
number
the
one.
only one.
So
That's
it
so
kind of
good.
worked out, right? So everything happens for a reason, and
Yeah.
that so happened to be my name. And a lot of people have asked me that, and I'm like, honestly, I
Means
don't even know.
May I move on, Lawrence?
I guess. Fuck. Actually, go ahead.
Number one shoe, if you can't answer that, favorite silhouette.
Dunks, SB,
Do you have a favorite colorway?
Heineken.
Low or high? Oh, low. Heineken high.
I thought they were gonna make the high,
Yeah.
but they stopped.
Everyone thought they were going to.
They probably saw, oh my god, the highs are not doing numbers.
Yeah.
You better
Yeah.
stop it now.
Those reverse pairs
Yeah.
didn't
That
do very
California
well.
colorway. In your personal collection that is in your size that you wear, how many pairs?
Honestly, before this, I didn't really keep many pairs. I only had white shoes to walk around.
Yeah.
I honestly, I would not wear, back then to me, it was a shoe that if I'm wearing means less money for me to make.
True.
So my philosophy was look, if a shoe is worth $1,000 now, I can resell it for $1,100.
Yeah.
I'm going to resell it. I'm going to use that $1,100 to resell a few more times. And then maybe 1 year later, buy back my shoe.
For free.
True.
Yeah.
So that's my entire philosophy. That's why before that, I never really kept any shoes. No matter how many times, I really want to rock it, but I was honestly, fuck it. I'm just gonna wear my white shoes.
You're not going to wear it anyways.
Exactly. I think I'm at a age where I don't really need to flex.
Done. Yeah.
It's to me, a flex is how big my bank account is now.
Yeah.
It's not
Sure.
what's on my feet. A lot of times people misconcept, now that I've gone through life quite a bit, had you not noticed, people with the nicest cars are they don't have the nicest homes.
Yeah. It's either or.
And it's either or, right? People, to me, I just think of it as, look, I want a better home because that retains value. I can buy a Porsche for the same, maybe 100K, and to next year,
As soon as you drive it off the
soon as
lot.
I
Yeah.
drive it off the lot,
Yeah.
there goes 10K.
Once
Keep
you
it up,
sign,
please.
yeah. There goes your money.
That's your money.
10K on the
Gone.
floor. So yeah, I'm strictly driven from that aspect where it's just you know what, I want to keep money moving and what works best. The Porsche can come 10 years
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
I don't need
When
to,
you can buy it cash.
exactly. Well, hopefully.
Yeah.
But today, even if you see me go out, I don't wear the flashy shoes. Maybe once a year I'll pull
To
up
a
the pair.
sneaker show.
Not even a sneaker show.
No?
Last time I remember wearing the Paris Dunks, I was just going to somewhere. I can't remember.
A grocery store.
Something like that.
You're just
just
bored.
because I just felt okay, I really feel like wearing it today, and
Yeah.
that's what I wear. But I don't need to rock it every day. Like
Yeah.
To show people.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to create attention walking into a store.
Anymore.
Honestly, honestly, I really hate the fact when I walk into a sneaker store and like they're like, "Yo, those are fire," right? Like I used to.
And then you're like,
that.
thanks.
Yes. Like I used to like that's what drives you as a sneakerhead back, like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because you're like, yeah, I got these, right? Like
Yeah. When you're
like,
a kid, you're dressing for the boys, not the girls.
exactly. Now, that's exactly how it was. You're trying to impress the dudes.
Yep.
But it was a good feeling because they're like, damn, man, where'd you get those? Like, and then it's like, yeah, I don't, like, you can't get them here.
Yeah.
Sorry. And then, but nowadays, I just, I just don't bother me. Like, I just want to, I don't want to create attention.
So you're just wearing your plain white shoes. Yeah.
The low key flex. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like he'll have
Just-
the Supreme Nike. What was the Nike court?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah,
the
yeah.
Supreme.
Yeah. No one knows they're Supreme, but
Yeah, no one knew. It was like, oh, those fake?
only the
The Nike P-Mall rated pairs.
I was gonna ask you what your favorite brand was, but I think you can scroll down your feed and figure it out. Most valuable pair in your collection.
Personal collection.
Personal collection.
And then resale
yes,
collection.
Yes.
Personal, definitely it's kind of like tied between the Paris Dunk and the Air Mag. Air Mag.
Do you have a personal pair of Air Mags?
Well, actually, I recently, like 2 months ago, I raffled out I had a size 9.
I entered it. I know.
Yes, you did. I had that pair first. I got those through a trade, and I ended up selling it raffling it. Because how crazy would it be if someone got them for less than $100?
Yep.
And someone did. It went the first time I did it. Remember, 1 year ago.
Yep.
I had those and the Red Octobers.
That was like between the two, right? And
Yeah,
then I took the
that's
Red
how-
Octobers.
The guy took the Red Octobers. I'm like,
the Red Octobers. What?
you must feel it. I'm like, okay. I even asked him, are you sure? Yeah. Though I made it as a choice. But I mean, from a reselling standpoint, it made sense. He was obviously
No,
not
it
a collector.
didn't.
He was not a collector.
Yeah.
He obviously went with the shoe that can flip the fastest without any problem. Because the size 9 Air Mag, there was some issues with the
light, right?
And I don't know how to fix it either. So I'm just like, okay, I can see why. But as a collector, I'm guaranteed I'll go for the mags just to
Yeah.
display, right?
No, I'd wear that shit off the lot.
Yeah.
You
wear it to it.
Yeah. I would wear it to friggin' the grocery store.
Church.
To get out of the shower.
Work, shopping,
But,
washroom.
and then the reason why I did it recently again was I bought a pair that was much more cleaner than that pair, and I paid quite a bit. Well, but it was a good value.
Was it the one I found for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Which I rarely go on Facebook.
I know. I send
And
you all the listings.
Lawrence just sent me a link. Hey, this guy's selling size 11 mags. So I hit him up.
For a
It's
decent price.
decent price.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, sure. And I hit him up and he's like originally, I said no to the price because it was okay, it's like $8,000. Right? So I'm like, no, I don't want to drop $8,000 on a pair of shoes that just sits there. Right. So I went with, okay, I ended up talking him down to 7. Still a lot of money, but I mean,
for that
me,
shoe.
Yeah.
for that shoe and just because it was a cleaner box and the lights were working, okay, you know what, I'll do it. Right. And that was up there with the Paris. Paris is just for me because it was just right off the bat since release, it was not affordable.
Yeah.
Even till today. It
was never
even more unaffordable.
Yeah.
So just having that pair, just as a personal pair, that to me
Crazy.
was a grail. Yeah.
So in case you guys didn't know, I'm Netmag's ghost buyer.
All right. So you mentioned the Paris Dunks. We'll get back into story mode. You had those on display at a Foot Action.
Yes.
How did that come about?
Foot Action was, I think, from
It's weird. A retailer, a well-known worldwide, or I guess I say nationwide, U.S. and Canada, retailer reached out to a reseller.
Yeah, but I think it was more so.
Was there a middleman?
There was
tried
a
to-
middleman. He didn't directly tell him, "Hey, let's put him in there."
Okay.
He's he showed the series 1. He showed her the product, and she thought it was really cool. And she's like, oh, let me have a chat with her. Like literally it was like on a Thursday night, she called me, hey, this is blah, 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 Foot Action. Like, do you want to come? Like, blah, 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 showed me this product and I love it. And, like, do you want to, like, do we have the space and do you want to? I'm like, and it was like literally 1 week before Black Friday. And then I'm like, maybe, cause it worked. Like Black Friday was like the biggest shopping season in like Canada.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, let me think about this. I only have 1 week. I don't have time to think about this. And then I literally the next day I went down to check out the space and I'm like, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to fill this wall. But just, like if you're asking me here to just like display my product, I don't think I can fill that wall.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, okay, you know what? Like, let me bring a few more pairs and just as display and kind of like show up like something different from outside on the floor from your general releases. And that happened. And, I was there for the weekend and like I met a lot of interesting people. Like you were there. You came by later after the show.
Yeah. Sunday night.
Hey, look, something I was at.
Oh, I showed up.
See, I show up to things sometimes when I really
Netmag
care.
stuff.
Yeah, because I love Netmag.
Real friends.
But I mean, yeah, it was a interesting concept. I mean, I learned a few things, like from the selling product side. Like, as y'all know, like I have series 1 and 2 now.
Yes.
Like it's not easy.
Like, what is series 1 and 2 for the listeners?
It's just like, I can't use the word Lego, but it's like a building kit.
Yeah, building blocks.
Building blocks that, because they're not officially Legos, because Lego, like,
it's expensive as fuck.
Expensive as fuck, and I want to make it affordable. Because I think someone has ventured into that, making, like, actually using Lego blocks and, like, actual sourcing each Lego block and was selling it for like $2,000. I was laughing at that. And I was like, dude, I can make this better, right? And I made it cheap enough. Like, I think it was like $50.
Yeah.
Like,
very affordable, man.
Like, honestly, like it's not easy selling a product. Like reselling, like is so easy. Like reselling, like it doesn't take much effort because your product sells.
It's not your product at the end of the day.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
It's like, there's demand for it.
That product has already sold itself.
Exactly. All you have to do is come in and undercut someone else's price, and you're Gucci, right? So like there's no skill, but there's still certain skill sets you need to have where it's like, do you want to kill the market or like you got to make that decision, right? Like and like that was that, right? But like when I came up with the first series, I thought, oh, dude, like. Only if like 2% of my followers would have bought it, like I'm good, right?
Yeah.
And turnout wasn't like as what I expected. Like, it was a huge learning curve. Like even though it's a sick product, like honestly, even till today, like when people have it in hand, they know it's sick.
Yeah.
But
it's
trying to
hand.
get it into your hand, that's so hard. Like it's like. So far, like a lot of people have come back to me and it's like, oh, like, dude, I enjoyed this building with my daughter or my son. Like this, like we spent quality time together. And like, that's really the initial vision. Cause I wanted to be like, start them young, but like instead of buying them shoes, you got to build a shoe. And like, I started with the Jordan 6 being the fact that like, cause most dads, that if you know Jordans was probably the shoe you wanted as a kid. So you wanted your son to kind of have that same thing, but in a different format. And that was the initial concept. I thought it was like foolproof, like it's definitely going to work. But
famous last words.
This is going to work.
Yeah, I got
but
this.
you have to take the jump, right? Like
always.
Like
for sure.
like I don't want to say how much quantity I was forced to order because minimum quantity. I'm sure you all know. Like that was the biggest thing, right? Like how do I draw a line? Where do I draw the line where it's like, okay, this is right quantity for right price. And then so like I made that decision to order this much, and then I'm just like, fuck, like it's so hard to
very
move.
hard.
It's so hard to move, and people underestimate that too, right? Like they think business is easy. It's not. Like just imagine me storing that stuff.
Yeah.
Like it costs money. Like
You need a whole locker for all that.
In business, it's called carry costs, and
Yeah.
like literally every month, if I do not sell like 10 pieces,
certain amount,
like
yeah.
I'm losing money because I have to pay for that storage spot. So it's like, yeah, that's another story on itself.
Are there plans to continue? Do you want series 3, 4,
You are
5,
on
6?
series
Yes,
2
I
now.
am. Like even though as hard as it is, like I want to keep going. Like
You wanna
like,
learn.
This is like this is like I can proudly say this is my thing. Like
Yours.
if had you seen the whole process, which I can go on for days, and like literally it's a very different like process compared to looking for the cheapest shoe and selling it for a market price. But like I know, like even though I'm not making much money from it, like as long as I break even, I want to get the product out to people. And that's why you would see it like as a runner up, because look, if you don't want to pay $50, just try my product. Like just get it. Like
Try
just
it, man.
Take it. Like just have it in hand, do it, like, and you'll know what I'm talking about. But just getting, like, I needed a venue, and that's how the gift cards came in so handy, because I can give a reason to bring these products to everyone that join, and it's like a lower cost than a pair of shoes. And that way I'm hoping by the time I get to maybe 3 or 4 and I build maybe the best model out of all 4.
3s.
Yeah. There's a lot of limitations. Like
Yeah.
obviously, like I want
Branding.
to do Jordan 1s,
Yeah.
but like there's obvious issues, and and I don't want to get into those issues. Like like that's why if you look at all the brandings, like there's no word of Nike or Jordan, like
Yeah.
it's or Lego.
Yeah.
It's just building kit and like
Netmagnetism.
Tokyo
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Like you can't really contest that.
Yeah.
But really there's nothing out there like that yet. There is probably, but like the quality sucks.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't pay $80.
And it's for anyone who hasn't done it, because we've all done it at this table. Like it takes a while. Like it's very intensive, and I love Lego.
It's
like
fun.
it's fucking, that was like my childhood. So like it's cool to go through all the steps. Like it's very straightforward. It's very intensive. Like it's just a very cool experience. So to be able to set that whole thing up, I can't even imagine. Yeah. But if you guys haven't tried it,
Do it.
You need to try it. Or if you win one in a runner-up draw or like a random box and you haven't built it yet, like build that shit.
It's fun.
And I definitely see it getting to the point where, like you said, by the time you get to series 3, 4, 5, that it could be one of those things where it's like, fuck, like it's like you said with the bear bricks, like you're waiting, like when's the next one going to come so I can complete my set.
Exactly.
Like that's how the same thing, like we can easily relate with the Canada Got Soul merch. Like it's, like you said, extremely difficult to get someone to buy something that you created.
Yeah.
Not something that Nike created and you're just selling it for them, basically. Yeah. It's your product, and then you want people to look forward to it and want to pay their money for it and want to collect multiple of it. Like to see people who have 3, 4 different Canada Got Soul hats or different pieces of merchandise.
Or
Like,
even like our older t-shirts.
in our older t-shirts, like it's incredible. So I can definitely understand like
Yeah.
it's fucking crazy. I love it.
Let's see. Maybe
Like you
next
said,
time we talk, it'll be different. But
I
like,
hate it.
but that's the philosophy. Like, I mean, like this is like kind of what everyone should be. Like, if you have a goal, like I mean, just not even just business, like in life, right? Like, you don't know what's behind door A until you open door A.
Yeah.
Like you can, like a lot of people give up. Like, and I was in that position before. Like, it's like, oh shit, this is too hard. I don't want to do it. Like, oh, this costs too much. I don't want to do it. Like, or like I can't communicate with the supplier. Like they're speaking in Chinese and I have no idea. Like they couldn't get what I'm talking to them about, like how to change this or that. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not doing it. Right? I could have done that, but I decided to still move forward because like, hey, if you open door A, shit, there's like B, C, D, blah, blah, blah. And like, you don't know that until you get there. Right. So like, I encourage like everyone, like if you want something, you gotta pay for it. Like,
Yeah,
like,
of
you
course,
gotta work for it. Like, I'm sure all of us have goals. Like, I'm sure like,
yes.
like you want to be somewhere like in the market where like you want to be well known for certain things. Like you want to be industry experts. Like, you don't earn that overnight. You
No,
gotta
not at all.
build that. Like, look how many hours we're spending here just doing these things. Like, you don't have
It's
to do
been
this.
2.
Exactly. You don't have to do it.
Yeah.
But we do it because we genuinely want to.
We want to, and
yeah.
I love it. I love the mindset. So you have been selling shoes. You have been selling bill sets. And now in the past week, you've been selling nuggets of gold in terms of information.
Coin drop. Nuggets of gold.
Literally nugget
You
of
should,
gold.
you should actually just pick it up and then just wait for the next
yeah.
next moment to just
Ready?
drop it. Okay, hold on.
I'm ready. No, it's okay.
Nuggets of gold in information. Ah,
Y'all thought.
Nope. He was ready for it.
I thought.
It's too soon.
You've been giving away some information for $5 US.
Yes.
Is that still something you're still doing, or is it like?
Yes and no.
Is it even something you want to talk about right now, or do you
Yeah,
want to keep
like
it with the followers of Instagram?
like I mean, it's out there. I mean,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
people you can still do it. You can still buy it, but
I meant to do it before this episode, but I didn't have time.
no, it's fine. Like you can get it off.
Oh, nope, you didn't hear that. Nothing. I'm giving him $5
Are you done?
right now.
You could buy it, dog.
I'm sliding it.
No,
Here's
well,
your
like,
$5,
honestly,
bro.
No, but like honestly, the $5 is not to kind of like. Not that I want your $5.
No,
it's like I expect you
it's
to
to
buy it
filter
and
out.
share it with like I don't care if you share it with your friends because look, if you think $5 is a lot, but 5 of your friends like, hey, let's just all chip in $1 to buy it. Like, I guarantee you, like you'll get good information.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not the one to say it, but like I don't have to say anything. The posts I post would say it from people that bought it, and the reason is like. The world's a big place.
Yes.
Like how I came up on all these undervalued shoes is because you can't buy and resell on the same turf.
Yeah.
Like you can't make money. Like you can't just go on Kijiji and buy a pair of shoes, like off-white ones for $1,000 and
Sell it on
sell it
Kijiji.
for $1,100,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
like no one's gonna do it, right? Like there's market price, right? Like a lot of people don't understand that, and what I'm really selling for $5 is like I'm filtering out the people that want a free ride on that. And the fact that like had I made it free, like it just kills the whole market. Like I don't want to go into too much detail of like what's in the PDF. But like
You can find out for yourself.
exactly. But no, honestly, like I'm not going to force anyone to buy it. Like,
of course.
if you legit like want, like, honestly, my whole business model, like my first 3 years was based off that, and no one knew. And I purposely kept it secret because
for that reason.
Exactly.
So
Because
you could be the guy with 20 pairs of Tokyo 5s.
exactly. If that doesn't give it away.
Yeah.
but like, yeah, that's the thing, right? Like I think I'm currently at like Netmag is currently at a stage where I'm moving away from that. Like, I don't have the time to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, why not share that with people that want to get certain things like for cheaper? And that's like, I just honestly, it was another shower thought. And I just like, I'm just going to share it. But how do I share it so that I get it in the hands of people that are not
Actually
just
care for it.
that
Yeah.
care for it and not just because if you paid like I could have easily made it $1. But the thing is, like even getting people to pay $1 is not easy.
Yeah.
So
But it's
I
a
want
lot easier than 5.
yes.
It would be.
But like obviously like at the same time like I got to make it so I can operationally handle it.
If it was $1, you would have sold 10,000 or what, like some stupid amount, and then it would have been like dumb. Like the $5 is like these people genuinely care. It's like not
where
a
you draw the
bunch.
line.
Yeah, it's not $100 where it's like 3 people are gonna buy it, 3 like big resellers are gonna buy it. Like it's like $5. So like the average person who cares to know will buy it. Like I bought it. I bought it and I read it, and I don't have any intent on using the information other than just being like, huh, cool. For reasons like you said, like it's time consuming. I'm not going to like divulge. If I'm going to say it, I'm just going to beep. So if you go on beep, it's very valuable information. And I would definitely recommend it. Even just to learn, like, because all of us are so in the culture that like you want to know other means of acquiring things and how other like experts in the field, like I'm going to consider you an expert because like just of like the caliber that you are now are doing it. Mm-hmm. Like it's like you're going to a TED talk basically, like you're reading it and learning how this guy came up so much and like what he did and the steps he took. Like it's an incredible read. It's very cool.
Can you send that to me later, please?
Nope. Can you send me $5?
Netmag.
$2.50.
Netmag will give it to me for a cheaper
all good.
price.
I already sold it to 5 other people for
This is
$2.50.
Lawrence getting his hustle on.
I don't want you to sell. I don't want
reseller info.
I don't want you to
That's
sell
like
for
Inception,
$1 because I'm selling it for $1. But I did get people, like you said, people DMing people. Like I got a bunch of people DMing me like, "Hey, can you send it to me?" And I'm like, "Bitch, no."
But
like
that's what I wanted. Like because that's the exact intent where I don't want these people like getting information for free. Like information, knowledge. Like you're not gonna go to a bookstore and like I mean, some people do, but
read
like
read
the whole book and just dipset, right? Like so. You want the book, you pay for the book, right? Like
you want to go to school, you pay for college, you pay for university.
Like it's for that education.
Like what makes you think that I would share this information that literally would, like if you're a reseller, you would make money off it.
You can
like,
easily make
money. Like I'm not even joking. Like I even tell you
how
and where
and
I got that and
everything.
how much that I posted. The first pair was a band one. Everyone knows it's like I think I saw one on like Facebook group. Someone was selling it for like
upwards of
$1,800.
Yeah, fucked.
I got mine for $520. So like
after any sort of fee you can think of, like
exactly. But
final
USD,
price.
so like you put it back into CAD, maybe like
Six something.
Even
700,
still,
like
less
Super
like
soft
that.
compared to what that guy's asking.
exactly. So and then
A third of his price.
I came up on a Stash Air Force One. Not many people know about it, but
Gorgeous.
like,
There's money to be made on that shoe.
Oh yeah.
but I'm gonna keep that one.
That's
But I just
personal
shared
pair.
it anyways. Like I bought it for $150. Dead stock, no box, but who cares? Because dead stock with box is like $500.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dude, that's like less than half price.
$350 for a box.
Yeah, I'm okay with that box. So yeah.
And the crazy part is you're giving away part 2 for free?
I already did. Yeah, I got it. I got both parts.
Jeez. It's okay, Lawrence. I'm going to
Each
talk
part
to Netmag
is
already.
$5.
Actually, part 2 actually came with free because
For
like
free.
I couldn't answer everyone's email because I promised that I said if you had any questions, email
Let me know, yeah.
Everyone was emailing me about the same thing. I'm like, I can't reply this fast. Like, so here you guys, like, part 2 is free for whoever bought part 1
Before it
up
yeah.
to this date,
Can I
and
be
after
your
that, I'm not.
secretary? I'll answer all your emails. You can pay me in shoes. That makes No Cop July very easy. Okay, let's wrap this up. This is getting long. What is it that keeps you in doing what you're doing now?
I don't know. Like, if you had asked me originally, I think when I first met Lawrence, like, he was like, where do you see Netmag going? And at that time I was like, no, maybe 2-3 years. I'm out. I don't know where the direction is going.
That was over 2-3 years ago.
and that was over
7 years ago.
Amazing.
But, like, cause to me, I was like very single. Like it was like very
He's
basic.
single,
like,
ladies.
Exactly what I was
Very single.
Like the business. Was
Alvin,
very,
do the coin drop. He's single. Ching.
Because there was essentially no barrier to entry. Like anyone could have been there, and like I was forecasting, like by 2-3 years, everyone's
Absolutely
gonna catch on.
amazing
Everyone's
timing.
gonna catch on.
Yeah.
And then, like if I'm willing to make $5, someone's not willing to make 4. So and you can't I'm not 18 anymore where I'm gonna compete with you making $4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay solid at 5.
Yeah.
But the market doesn't work that way because no one's going to buy at 5.
Then
unless-
everyone adjusts to 4 and you're just forced
exactly.
to. Yeah.
So that's how I saw it. 2-3 years. And then 2-3 years later, something else, like I was able to figure out like the gift cards and then other business, like kind of venues. And
So
then,
it's the momentum.
yeah. So like like as you can see now, I don't even have time. Like I still buy stuff, like stuff that you can't get in on the regular. But I don't even have time to post stuff. Like it's getting to a point where I need to get what's important out the door, and that's the hardest part. Like I only have 24 hours, and this is not my full-time job.
Yeah, you have a full-time job.
I have a full-time job, and like it's conflicting because it's just like I gotta be here at this time, and I gotta be here at this time, and then like
So you
how do I
currently
manage?
have a 9 to 5?
Yes, I do. Yeah,
Hustle.
Yeah.
but. Yeah,
Mad
but
inspiration.
that's what you want to do. You want to optimize. Like,
Yeah.
you like, I only have 24 hours. How am I going to make this work?
You got a 5 to 9 and
Exactly.
then a 9 to 5, or sorry, a 9 to 5 and then a 5 to 9 basically.
But my philosophy again is like work 10 years hard and enjoy the
other
you have a
10.
better
Yeah.
better
the
life.
fruits of labor
afterwards.
later.
Exactly. So like, I mean, like honestly, I don't even have time to go for movies now because I'm so busy. Like literally, you don't understand. Customer is bitch. Like
Can only
literally,
imagine.
like they even from a gift card win. Yesterday was like I did a draw.
Yeah.
2 hours later, have you shipped my thing yet? I'm like, yo, come on.
Jesus.
I'm like, dude, it's only been 2 hours. Like,
But when I won, I was like, yo, I'm coming right now.
yeah,
I'll see you in an hour.
but I get it. But it's just like, it's like, I also have 50 other shoes. To
Yeah.
pack. Like, I like, you gotta wait, right? Like, and there's only one of me. And, like, I did hire, like, recently, like, because I cannot keep up. And I think I told you last time, like, like even all the raffle stuff, like I don't even do it anymore. Like I have my guy to do it and just pack everything and kind of thing. Like, so, I mean, like that frees up my time to come up with some other stuff.
Yeah.
It's perfect you say that, like the way you're moving and such, because the next question is, with the growth of Netmagnetism, where do you see it going next?
Store?
No.
That was okay. So that
Joel's
was
question.
Joel's question.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to know if you had the opportunity, you'd venture into opening.
I think you spoke about that before, actually.
I hate retail. Like honestly, I can't do it. Like, like you can't control who comes in.
Yeah,
right. Like,
true.
like I never worked in an actual like retail space. Like I worked as like a cashier, like at a pharmacy before, and like it like people coming to a pharmacy are like.
They need to.
They need but you like for especially when you have heat like what I have like I'm not trying to brag but like it's expensive stuff like security is my number one like problem. Like, how do I prevent like that stuff? And I can't. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like like and more so from consumer behavior. Like we're more geared towards online shopping and stuff. So like having a retail space nowadays maybe not the best choice. But
I feel like it's honestly just so you can say, I have it.
exactly. Like I think it's more of an ego stroke to be honest. Like if you talk to someone like, hey, yo, I have a store in downtown Toronto. I'm
cool.
the shit, right?
Yeah.
Like, but literally,
That's not one of
left
our
pocket,
goals.
you're dropping like 10 grand in rent.
In rent,
a month.
just rent.
That could have been
Yeah.
10 grand that I can be giving you value, right? Like, imagine if if I had to pay 10 grand rent a month, I have to jack up my price, or like I have to rip you off on a raffle, 10 grand more a month just to make up my rent, right? Like, but why do I need to do that, right? Because like,
When you can just have a storage locker or whatever kind of facility. Because I remember you posting a while back, you had rented or purchased like a space. But it's just a lot cheaper than a storefront to pay utilities, pay an employee, pay for security cameras, pay for insurance, like all that stuff.
Exactly. Like the bill adds up. And if my hands are tied every month needing to pay 10 grand, where do you think the money's going to come from, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to come from me. It's going to come from you guys, right? Like I'm not going to do that, right? Like as a business, like person, like maybe you can attract foot traffic, but that's not my intended like audience. Like my audience is strictly online. You can't like imagine people out in Winnipeg, or out in, like, no offense, but like Yukon.
We just talking
Oh,
about
of course,
Winnipeg.
yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, like-
sorry, winner of the raffle.
like New Brunswick or like
Yeah.
places that are super remote. Like, where do you buy shoes? Right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't. Like,
Yeah.
like there's no value added when putting a store in Toronto where, like, I mean, yeah, you can have Drake roll around maybe once in a lifetime, but like, yeah, you post that photo, it's great.
Yeah.
But that photo's not gonna make you money.
You paid
right?
10 grand for a
Yeah,
photo.
exactly, or more, because he probably comes maybe once a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, but that's, like I said, it's an ego stroke because,
Yeah.
hey, Drake came to my store,
Yeah.
right? Like, but I don't need that, right? Like I don't need to pay for that. Like,
Yeah.
I can crop myself with Drake and it's here or something, right? Like,
Shop, bro.
like I don't need that, right? So like, essentially, it boils down to cost, right? Like, and my intended audience, like, I want people that don't have access to this. Like, a lot of people are just strictly in store only, and people that are away from, like, that are not in Toronto,
How do you
like,
get it?
like
No
say, like a
chance.
livestock raffle or a capsule raffle,
Yeah.
like they do, like sometimes they do, like you have to pick up the shoe in
Yeah.
store.
In person,
Store
yeah.
And
pickup
I'm like,
only.
dude, how are people gonna buy them?
Yeah.
If they,
Yeah.
Like, it's just not Toronto. Like, you have people out in the east, in the west, like people even north, like
Yeah.
they legit are into Jordan so much that they don't even have an opportunity to buy
Yeah.
this. And like, that's why, to me, retailer, like having a retail spot doesn't make sense. Right?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, with how unsaturated Canada is with sneakers and stuff, and
Toronto only.
the amount of like low allocation even Toronto gets sometimes.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Okay, are there any grails that you are currently in search of?
That you don't have.
Well, obviously,
Yeah. Or have not had.
Not really.
I've had.
Well, I mean, the Floams are kind of like the
You had a
Futura.
pair, didn't you?
I had an opportunity to buy them, but I turned it down because it was a bad timing.
Yeah.
Like I needed cash. To
There's no good timing to have to buy those.
like you're literally dropping money and like you're just buying a pair of shoes that have money print.
Yeah. That's where your money is going.
True.
But I ended up buying the deck signed by Futura, and
Saw that, yeah.
that to me, okay, you know what? I can't buy the shoes, so I'll just stick with the deck. And that probably is the only pair. But like, I mean, the thing with grail hunting is like once you have it, it's like, what do I look for?
Yeah,
It's not a grail anymore.
Yeah, like you have it. It's like
Yeah.
it's there's nothing special.
Well, great.
On
This
to the
is nice.
So yeah, like there's certain things where you just keep it as unattainable, and
Yeah.
like whatever happens, right? Like
It's like the search for aliens.
Yeah.
Like when you find an alien, it's like, well,
oh,
shit,
shit,
I
they
don't care
exist.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they're there. All right.
No more conspiracy
Yeah.
theories. That was all for nothing. All right, last question. Any advice? I was gonna originally just do it strictly for young resellers, but any advice for entrepreneurs in general,
okay.
other than buying your $5 handbook?
Well, I think like I think I touched on this earlier, where like it doesn't matter what you do; it's your attitude towards what you're gonna do. Like I mean, you gotta set goals. Like honestly, like I agree to it to a certain point. Like you should sit down and think about what you want to do. But at the same time, the world is changing so fast that what you plan today might not work according to plan.
Yeah.
So like you can't just sit there and say, hey, I need to follow this plan. Like you can get to point A and then figure out, shit, I didn't expect this. Right? So you gotta, like, your mindset gotta be ready to change. Like you gotta be able to accept change and react to it. Like even for me, like had I stayed the same with just reselling shoes, like that stuff, like the funny story was when I first started, I was actually focusing on older retros, like the 99s and the 2000s.
Yeah.
And I had no clue that the Air unit would crack. Like, but they were moving. Like people were buying them. Like honestly, I didn't know that a cloudy Air unit would mean end of a life cycle. Like I had no idea. And I thought you could still wear the shoes. But I still sold them not knowing. And then I specialized in that area where it was like the 2000 infrareds, 99 cements, and that's my bread and butter. But until I realized that people were coming back and saying, hey, look, I put them on and they cracked. Like, and I'm like, shit, right? Or the 2011s. The soles were falling off, like the gel soles. And I'm just like, shit, this can be bad.
Yeah.
Like, had I just continued that, knowing that, like, because I can't do a sole swap, or back then sole swap was the best gig you can get because everyone wanted to do a sole swap and everyone was trying to be a restorer. But now that market is dead. But what I'm trying to say is, had I stayed the same without knowing that I want to change, then Netmag probably doesn't exist in it right now. Yeah. So my advice is definitely you need to be able to absorb what the conditions are and be able to react to it. Like, you can't just sit there with, here's my master plan, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
You just need to set small goals. Like, this is what I want to do. Like, this is my ultimate goal, but how do I get there, right? Like, I mean, we all heard that, like, it's very textbook, right? But honestly, from personal experience, like, I believe in it, like, cause I walked it.
Yeah.
Like, you need to set an attainable goal first before, and then slowly work your way up.
Hit your checkpoints.
Exactly.
Don't think like A and Z.
Yes.
Think like A, B, C, D, E, F. Like,
and there's going to be like
everything.
A1, A2, A3, and then you jump to B. Like, honestly, you don't know until you step foot into it. And my last kind of opinion, my advice was like you got to do something you genuinely love. Like, had you told me to sell cars or sell something that I absolutely have no interest in, like, I don't think I would do well because I genuinely do not love it. Like right now, what I do with shoes is, like, I love the shoes. Every time I get a package, like,
it's still
I
exciting.
open it, it's like it excites me because I know what I bought, but I don't know how it really looks in person, right? And that, once I open it, I'm like, oh my god, damn! Like
I have this in my hand.
I only paid this much for this. This is awesome, right?
I'm gonna make this much off of this.
Yeah, well, like, but there are also times where it's like, oh shit, I paid this much for this.
Oh jeez.
But yeah, so like that what excites me, and that's what keeps me pushing you to do better.
Nice.
So yeah, do what you love and kind of like
be ready to adapt and change
exactly
to your
and small goals
Crazy.
to work up to where you want.
That's how you build something.
I guess, but a lot of people think
It's true.
it's
Like
really
it's, like
easy,
it's
right?
building
That's
sense.
the Netmag build kit.
Yep. Yes, Lawrence. We did that one together. I want you to take that in, Lawrence. You completed mine.
God.
We built that together, Lawrence. And with that, Netmag, thank you.
Word.
That was crazy. Thank you.
Before we even started like rehearsing his intro for the episode,
Oh, that was terrible.
He had said he's not good with being put on spot, but holy shit.
Yeah, I honestly don't share this information.
No.
Thank you.
But the good thing is
Yeah.
no one still knows who I
Yeah.
am, so that's good.
You're Netmag, obviously.
Yeah.
But
You're,
no-
you're
no
a
one-
website. We're talking to a
First
website.
name Net, last name Magnetism.
just to let you guys know, it's not a real person we're talking to. It's a laptop.
Yeah.
It's actually just a form of AI. He's actually just a bot.
Hey Netmag, turn off the lights.
Oh, please don't, yes, thank you.
Yeah, man.
Again, holy
Thanks for having me.
this was
Yeah.
amazing. All right. Thank you, Bram, for the theme song.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sneaker Podcast, and Matt and Zach for your help with everything. If you are listening to this on iTunes, please leave us a review and shoot us some stars. If you're tuning in on YouTube, drop us a like, comment, and subscribe if you have not. We have a group on Facebook called CGS Talk. That's facebook.com/groups/cgs.talk. Wait.
We're on Spotify now.
Oh, yes. That's right. Oh, but I checked the link and it doesn't work. Anyways,
I think it's because we haven't uploaded since we've been on it.
I don't know.
Maybe this will be our first one on
Maybe,
Spotify.
maybe.
Sorry, in French. Continue.
Spotify. Yeah, CGS Talk. That's a Facebook group where we talk about stuff. CanIGotSold.ca for our latest pieces. We've put up some reviews. I had the Pride I-5923s up just now. Lawrence dropped the Cactus Jack 4 review and something else. And now, if you'd like to join us on True to Size, if you have any questions or suggestions for Fire Round, shoot us a DM or email us at canadagotsoul@gmail.com. You can find me at Spooner. That's underscore SPOONR, no E. Alvin, where can they find you?
And my STERQ and then Mart.
Lawrence, where can they find you?
LDOGGY Styles.
Special guest, where can they find you?
Netmagnetism.
Yeah, see, I didn't want to go Netmag. Where can they find you, Netmag? Netmag, thank you again. Thank you for being on this podcast. Thank you for listening to us talk about Netmag's life. Please remember to rock your kicks. This has been True to Size. We are CGS, and we are out.
Peace.
Goodbye.
Peace.
Well then.
2.5 hours.
That was crazy.
Oh my God.
So good.